Okay. My mic was unplugged. We're going to start out with 343, talking about Halo Master Chief Collection coming to new platforms. What's going on, Yella? How you doing? Uh,
Another day.
yeah, you suck. Uh,
God damn it.
Nick, Ice Queen, Enzo, EDM Gamer, Isis or Aces. Um, who else? Umar, Spartan God. Welcome, everybody. We are not going to be holding you long today because it is Super Bowl Sunday, and I might have to reschedule my special guest for this evening because I kind of forgot it was Super Bowl Sunday. So we'll see how that shit goes. Um, but yeah, let's get this news out the way. Roughly an hour and a half. I will be returning to Destruction All Stars. I am hell bent on receiving that platinum, at least by the following month. So I'm gonna probably be able to get it out the way before the following month. I have a good amount of competitive style trophies to get. So I'll see if I can get that, or get a couple more out of the way. I'm sitting at 71% on the trophies for Destruction All Stars. So yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna be speaking about the Game Rant article that, in some weird way, confirms that the Halo Master Chief Collection is coming to new platforms. Now, I've talked to a good amount of gamers this morning on Twitter. I've thought about it a lot. I've also talked to Adam on Discord about this. It seems more or less that they will expand the platforms that it's on, that Microsoft feels comfortable bringing them to. So this is what's probably gonna happen. It's gonna be available to play on the Mac PCs or laptops. It will be available on the Epic Game Store. It will be available on any other storefront outside of Steam and the Windows Store. Um, that's just the best case scenario. Now, taking this with 85 million pounds of salt, it also could mean it's coming to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. I mean, I know that's just the biggest headline. Hey, Halo is coming to PlayStation and Nintendo. But I'm just a realistic thinking person, and I don't see them doing that yet. I know they're struggling. I know a lot of their gamers don't like buying games. They rather just pay for subscription. We saw that Microsoft tried to get more money out of them with the Xbox Live Gold hike that failed. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see them bringing it to PlayStation and Nintendo just yet. Um, Again, they went out their way. They acquired all these studios, and somewhat in some weird way they care about exclusivity because there's no way you would just waste all that money just to dump those games back onto your competitor's platform when you already spent a lot of money creating your own platform. So, I don't think they're going to put Halo on other major consoles just yet, but I do see them seeing if they can expand um how people play, like bring it to the cloud. Like I said, bring it to the Epic Game Store, bring it to any PC storefront that they haven't already. And then after that, if we still get any more of these articles, then we would say, okay, yeah, that's just coming to PlayStation and Nintendo. But as of right now, keep that with a major grain of salt. That's what's going on around the internet. Again, I know it's a hot topic. It would be better if I was getting up here and hyping you guys up based off of a lie. But then if I lie to you guys, you're going to come back and say, Jay, you were wrong. So I want to cover my own ass because nobody else is going to cover my ass. So it means it's going to other platforms, but not PlayStation and not the Switch, because that would not help Xbox out at all. It would not help Microsoft sell more subscription services and shit. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't look good for them. So uh, Yella, you here? Okay, he's not here right now. But I wanted to talk to the chat about this. I did see one person on Twitter say that this might actually happen because Sony has the baseball game coming to Xbox. But if it was up to Sony, they wouldn't bring it over to Xbox. That was more of a forced thing by the Major League of Baseball. Um, so I mean, either they didn't bring it to Xbox or other platforms, or they would have took the rights for them and forced somebody else to bring it over. Uh, but you know, that's just how it is. So I guess they'd rather say, hey, yeah, we'll keep making it and make that money. But you know, obviously, it's not a good look for PlayStation to have their name attached to the MLB The Show while it's also going to multiple platforms, and it wouldn't be a good look for Microsoft to have their name attached to Halo as big as it is, and have it go to their competitors' platforms like Nintendo Switch and the PS5. It just doesn't make any sense. So, um, outside of them being desperate to make money, that's the only way I could see that happening. Nick, let me read off some of these comments. Nick says, I don't want Halo on PC. It opens up too many cans of worms for PlayStation to do something back. Well, again, I just kind of said that. Like, PlayStation gave them baseball, so maybe they feel that they need to do this, but it's none of this is confirmed. This is all speculation. None of this, all this stuff we're talking about, is all speculation. Nothing has been confirmed by Microsoft. And even the Game Rant article itself, 343 did not say they're bringing it to new platforms. Game Rant says that 343 teased that they're bringing it to new platforms, but there's no quote by the developer that it would go to other platforms. So I want everybody to, let's be realistic here. We can go crazy, but if we go crazy, then the shit comes out to be nothing. We're all gonna look stupid. So I don't want to go crazy like everybody else is. Everybody is gonna make live streams and videos about this over the next 4 days, talking about Halo coming to PlayStation. Let's be realistic. That shit ain't happening. Daz, what's going on, bro? Haven't saw you in a while. Welcome, man. I'm glad you were able to make it a Sunday show. Also, David, welcome back. Tony, what's going on? Tony, let me read this one for Tony. Tony says, yeah, I doubt Microsoft is desperate to make money. I mean, I'm not saying they're hurting. It's just they did want to bring in more revenue from the Xbox division. Let me put it that way. And to make more money from their gaming division, they would have to sell more copies of games, which is something they don't do because their games are on a subscription service. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could. It definitely could happen. Paperman, welcome back, bro. You said Microsoft already made their money back paying for Bethesda. I mean, every person that likes Xbox has told me that. And they have been telling me that for months, actually. But if they made their money back, why did they try to hike the price of Xbox Live Gold? If they have so much money and they can just drop $7 billion whenever they want, there's no point in even charging people for their online service. And why would you double the price of the online service or attempt to double the price of the online service if you made your money back? Making your money back and making the revenue you want to make in order to turn the profit that you want to see is not the same shit. Sorry. That's just not how that shit goes. There's I've been looking at this for Digital Foundry, and I don't fuck with them at all. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to look at none of their shit. We know what system's better. We know what system has always been better. These guys, you want to accept the check from Microsoft? That's cool. I'm not going to be featuring that shit on my fucking channel. Okay? We know that there are tons of games that have photo mode. Oh, God, do I even have to do that? There are tons of fucking games, because that's the type of person I am, so I probably would. Let me go pick out a game. Fuck that shit. How about you guys pick out a game? Pick out a game. Everybody in the chat. Somebody pull out a game. I'm going to see which one you guys pull up. We're gonna pick a game. I'm gonna load up a game real quick, and I'm gonna activate photo mode as quick as possible, so we can talk about this. Photo mode equals lower frame rates. Pick out a game. Oh, of course, Wraith, my boy, talking about that motherfucking ghost. Oh, Wraith, you would pick the one game that I want to actually play. Oh my goodness, of course you would.
All right, I'm back. I heard you said you were talking about 343. So what's your predictions on that, sir?
Well, my prediction is that it would just go to any other platform it's not. And I'm not talking about Xbox. I'm not talking about, sorry, Nintendo and PlayStation. I'm talking about like Epic Game Store, right? And
Yep.
all the other PC storefronts and
The other
Mac.
PCLS stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Mac. Like go to Apple Store and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You might catch it on the Apple Store too.
That's what I'm saying. Also, go to Stadia while that shit's still alive. Go to the cloud, Xbox Cloud, while it's still alive. Like, bringing it to new platforms does not necessarily mean it's going to PlayStation and Nintendo. People need to
Mm-hmm.
understand there are more platforms than Xbox, PC, Nintendo, and PlayStation. You know, if you have your own fucking service, you're a platform. You know, so that's just how that is. Let me see. I know that Yella is the light skinned fella. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. I mean, again, don't really need to cover it, but we do have to cover it.
What's that? The Halo?
No, the Digital Foundry. Wow, bro, there's a pop here. I forgot that we got that brand new. How do you activate photo mode again? Anybody know? On Ghost of Tsushima?
Been a minute since I played it, so nope.
I
Couldn't tell you.
know it's been a while. Anybody know how to activate photo mode on this game? It's been like too long.
Bro,
Huh?
I've been playing the Division 2, the
Yeah.
Resident Evil event and stuff. Bro, that
Oh
game
my
runs
god, this shit is butter
flawlessly.
smooth.
And
Does anybody know how to activate photo mode? Because I wanted to talk about this Digital Foundry saying Xbox, like the Control Edition, the Control Ultimate Edition runs better on Xbox under photo mode, but in photo mode, time has stopped. So why would what a lot of gamers are not understanding from Digital Foundry? Why would you be so petty to give Xbox a win off of photo mode? Ability a mode where time has stopped and you can go around the game and take good pictures. Like the frame rate's lower on PlayStation, so they gave Xbox a win overall. Or that's what I've been seeing on Twitter. Or people are upset that they would even make a video about the photo mode frame rates. But
again, like I've said before, bro, it's oh shit, excuse me, it's to the point of views. Obviously, that's how they make their money when
yeah,
it comes
but
to them posting
like people have
videos. But
said, they don't like the console war though.
I mean, it is what it is. But again, it's to the clarification and understanding. We know what the superior console is. We don't need Digital Foundry to justify that or tell us that. So you get what you pay for. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and say that you have the most powerful console, I mean, to each his own. But I guess that power's performing well for you in photo mode, like you said, when the time and everything has stopped moving. So bask in your glory of photo mode for one game. You got it.
Oh, I'm gonna learn how to do this fucking photo mode shit. Let's go see. Oh, photo mode is right there. Photo mode was on the right hand side. It doesn't
There
seem
you
like
go.
the. Oh my god, look how beautiful this shit is.
That game is so fucking good, bro.
God damn, bro. Of course, Wraith the Emperor would definitely pick the fucking one game that I just love so much.
You said Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, he said Ghost. I asked everybody what game should we feature for photo mode, and it's this one. He had to pick this one. Damn, bro.
How to Set Dreams.
I would have said Dreams too, bro, because it has a photo mode. How about that?
But dreams won't compel you.
Won't compel nobody. Compel me.
Nope. I'm
See
gonna
what that
compel some Olive Garden
SSD
here
do.
later.
Oh yeah, that's how you feel.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. And
Yeah.
you was cutting up last night, bro.
I'm cutting
You
up
was cutting
again.
up.
I
You
go
was
back on
cutting
it
up
right
last
now.
night.
I go on that bitch right now,
Oh, that was good.
bro.
Classic, bro.
I'm telling you, this motherfucking bro, this shit is crazy.
I'm not
The
even watching
the
the podcast.
reflections
I'm gonna
look
pull
amazing.
see what you're working with.
Now the thing I will say is that the reflections are nice in 60, but they're reflecting a tree that I do not fucking see. So
Yeah,
yeah, but looks fucking good, bro. Really, really looks good.
the game was so good. The game was so fucking good.
I know.
Yeah, that was my favorite outfit. Made me feel like I was the light skinned Batman.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Yes, beautiful. Ooh,
My God.
you dressed her?
There is no bump
You got
in
some
the
style,
frame
Jay.
rates, but again,
You got
to
some
each
style.
their own. Maybe Remedy isn't good at doing photo mode, but photo mode was something made popular by PlayStation first party studios. Now, there have been some photo mode attempts and third party titles, but they just don't have the magic. Let me take that shit off. They don't carry the magic from PlayStation photo modes. Uh Again, if you guys just want to see one more test, let me take this picture because it's beautiful. We could hop on a game called God of War or a game called a
Division
Spider.
2.
Nah, I'm cool with that. Or a
No, fuck
game
you, Jay. It
called
has photo mode, bro. Don't tell me that. It's got photo mode. And it's got food. It's got food.
uh,
Yeah, exactly, bro.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, we're gonna stay
Yeah.
away from that one. Um,
No.
but I'm just saying, bro. Like we have some pretty deep photo modes that just probably put Control's photo mode to shame. Spider-Man, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, Uncharted 4. Um, I know I missed a lot. Horizon Zero Dawn, Miles Morales' photo mode. I wish Ratchet and Clank had photo mode. I'm still disappointed in that one. I think that game could have benefited. Even Wipeout had photo mode before photo mode was popular. It had photo mode on the PS3.
Bro,
Um,
you put Vigor. Jesus Christ.
wow,
Jesus Christ, Jay. What was that? The Vigor?
yeah.
That's Adam in the Woods. Tiny Mouth Man.
What happened? Adam's in the woods.
Yeah, remember Adam likes to stare at secretaries in the woods? That's what he looks like.
Oh, okay.
That's what he looks like. The
Gamer
main character
Goon
has a
up in
tiny
the
mouth.
house. What's going on, Gamer Goon? But yeah, bro, I'm not saying the third party developer can't do photo mode good, but it's never their main focus, so you would
No.
expect to see some problems there. I remember what was that game, Lord of the Ring, Shadow of Mordor? Remember they got that photo mode
Yep,
patch?
yep, yep, yep.
It was dog shit. It was the worst photo mode ever. Like after what I was dealing with the PlayStation photo modes, and then that one got the photo mode update, and I tested out. I was like, nah, it doesn't do anything for it. Even Cyberpunk's photo mode, it doesn't do anything for it.
You know what I hope they have photo mode for?
Oh, I don't think I want to hear this.
The new Batman game that's coming out.
Oh god. Oh, you talking about the co-op one? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That looks like a good game, and I'm expecting to hear a hardcore confirmation for 60 frames per second.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, bro. But I'm telling you right now, calling it right
Mm-hmm.
now. Day 2. Day 2.
Day two.
Yep.
Why day
I'm not gonna
two?
get it. I'm not gonna get it on the first day. I'm not gonna be like everybody else. I'll get it on the second day.
Oh god. Um. But yeah,
Bro,
bro. I
not
just
to cut you
weird.
off. Check
Hmm?
this out. I'm watching your stream. Obviously, there's a delay, but fucking nostalgia in the library, bro. Virtual Fighter, Crazy Taxi.
Hey, you
God,
you know it. You know it.
God.
gamer shit
Sega
over this
classics,
bitch.
bro. Yes, sir. Them classic Sega hits, man.
Oh, and by the way, I'm willing to allow a Xbox fan to be a part of the podcast, or multiple Xbox fans to be a part of the podcast, as long as you can keep it gaming and keep it respectful. But the main catch, I don't expect to hear anybody to slander this fucking game if the game that came out close to this, which is the medium, is not sitting at 71%
Hey,
of the achievements.
where's Bleeding Edge?
What's that?
Huh?
Huh?
What you say?
Yeah. Or Bleeding Edge
Brian's
71.
edges are bleeding.
No, I'm serious. Like,
No, I'm serious too, bro.
you want to
That's why I
talk
brought
shit,
it up.
talk shit about this game, but make sure that you're playing your own. Because you guys will sit up there and say, okay, we're trashing your games, but you don't play them when we trash your games. But you trash our games. I've been on this motherfucking game nonstop, bro.
Hey, speaking of nonstop, we're hitting that up today, bro.
Yes, we're hitting it up. We're hitting it up.
Yeah.
You know it's Super Bowl Sunday, but I don't think none of
Mhm.
our teams are playing, so it is what it is. But we're hitting this shit up. 5 golds so far in the game and only 6 bronze. Everything else is silvers. So everything else you're about to unlock is gonna be silvers. And this is all I got right here, everybody. This is everything I got. So that's 1,
Man, it looks
2,
like you're
3,
easy plat.
4, 5,
Just by
6,
playing the game,
7,
looks like you're
8,
getting trophies.
9, 10,
So
11. So I got 11 more silvers to earn. The chat. Oh, sorry. 10.
Paperman,
10
shout
silvers.
out to the stupid ass comment. PlayStation gets walking simulators, but if I'm not mistaken, would Grand Theft Auto be classified as a walking simulator?
Every
considering that
game,
it's a
every game you
form
can
of
walk
walking?
in. Yeah.
Division, is that a walking simulator? I mean, let's have some substance in our conversation.
No,
So
no,
let's
I
not
like
make it much
destroying
sense.
people. Let's do it, bro.
That's what I'm telling him.
I got the
That's what I'm
library
telling
right here. Let me go.
Let's have some substance in our conversation, because what you just spat was non-logical.
Okay, bro.
If that's into regards of
Let's break
Death
them down.
Stranding,
Mm-hmm.
that is definitely deeper than a walking simulator.
Okay, so, Paperman, I'm gonna give you a free shot right now. I'm gonna give you a free shot. Obviously, you probably don't have a voice. I would invite you to the podcast, but again, you seem like you're trolling. You didn't even set up a profile picture. But can you name 5 walking simulators? Since you say we have nothing but walking simulators, can you name 5 walking simulators? These games would not allow you to get in any vehicle. These games would not allow you to have any melee combat. You wouldn't be able to jump.
Astro's Playroom, Spider-Man Miles Morales, the demo for Resident Evil Village.
That's all.
Considering all you're doing is walking.
Yeah, that's all you're
and
doing
it
is
is
walking in there.
Yep. That's another walking simulator. Trying to think what else.
Bro, I'm here, bro. Take your free shot.
Demon Souls. You do a lot of walking.
Cedric, what's going on, bro?
Sword.
Sorry I didn't get you. Future Element, what's going on? Come on, man. Give me a free shot. Come on. Call out 5 PlayStation exclusives that you believe are walking simulators. I probably own those games. So let's do it. Come on, take your free shot. See, this is the thing I don't understand about the Xbox community or the PC community. When you guys talk shit and you come up against a person like me, in your face, I'm going to shit on you. And you know it. And then you fucking retract your statement. Then you can't fucking go forward with your statement. So I have the library here. 24 games on my PS4. 107 games on an external hard drive. All PS4 related games. These are PS5 related games. You have a good amount of games that you could call out. I probably own those games. Just call them out. 5 games. I give you 5 minutes. In the meantime, let's keep talking. You got 5 minutes to get your answer right, or we're just gonna ignore what the fuck you said. So, what else happened this week? We got a delay. This one I like Yella to take this one. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Times got delayed indefinitely. No release date announced. It just got delayed at the edge of the week. So what do you think? Hello? God damn it. Yellow fucking disappeared again. So guys, Prince of Persia got delayed. I'm going to put it this way. In my opinion, when I saw the game, and I do believe when Yellow saw the game, it could have looked a lot better. They called it a remake, but it looked like a remaster, and it definitely needs a lot more work. It doesn't really even matter about the price. It matters about the game and what it meant to a lot of gamers during the PS2 and the Xbox
All right,
360 times. Huh?
my bad.
Yeah.
I had to go run upstairs. You said about what's my thoughts about Prince of Persia remaster?
Yeah, it got delayed, but no release date is
It
announced.
yeah, because it was wasn't even a remaster; it was a replaster. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it.
It was dog shit. No, seriously, it was dog shit. From what you saw
Yeah,
upon presentation, bro, it was half-assed. It was a cash grab. Now,
yeah,
granted, there have been cash grabs for remasters, but there was no passion put behind that project. It was just a copy and paste, put it on. You know, it was horrible. It was a waste of your fucking money and time. Um, Now you said they got delayed.
yeah.
Like I said, bro, it should
No
have been
release
delayed
date.
indefinitely. Yeah, it shouldn't even be
Uh,
thought of. Should have been
Paperman.
rebooted.
Paperman has said, I've watched gameplay of PlayStation games. Well, you have the opportunity to watch gameplay of PlayStation games that you call walking sims. So, I would love you to give us a list, and I think you got probably 3 minutes left, of games that you believe are walking simulators that are PlayStation exclusives. You have 3 minutes. Just put down 5 games and we will explore them very quickly to show you that you don't only walk in the game. A walking simulator would be a game where you have no ability to jump, no combat. You can't get in any type of a vehicle. You can't swim. You can't talk to many people. You're just walking.
Considering if you think about your statement of simulator, there is a construction simulator, there is a bus driving simulator. There are many simulated games that are available on console and PC. Now, if you think about it, as they classify it as bus driving simulator, if you're basically keeping the same energy upon you making that statement, do you think you can shoot guns, loot items, and do other things than driving? No, because that game is programmed and designed to be that simulator of bus driving. So again, your statement of calling it a walk-in simulator, that kind of holds
Okay.
no substance. Once again, you can sit there and say that you watching games or actually playing those games. I mean,
Hey,
I don't
Yellow.
understand why an individual wants to sit there and watch somebody else play a game when you have the ability to play it yourself.
Yellow, we
But
got a red
to
alert.
each their own.
We just got a red alert. A major red alert.
Yep,
Can
farm simulator.
can we
Go
share
ahead,
the
go ahead,
screen?
OJ.
Okay, we're gonna put it up. We're gonna put it up right now. I'm gonna share the screen. Um, this is a game called Walking Simulator. This is the real walking simulator video game. It was released March 5th, 2020, and it is basically a joke against
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. But you do a lot of things that are not walking. You have a jetpack. You have a jet ski or whatever, a snowmobile. You have all of these other things that you're not only walking. You know? So if it's a game where you do other things and you're not only walking, you still can't call it a walking simulator. So this game that's called Walking Simulator is still not a simulator because as you can see right here in the first image, he's in a truck. So he's not walking. So even the real walking simulator is not true to its name. So there's no way outside of the medium you can find a game where all you're doing is walking and there's no combat. Like even Resident Evil had combat. To the best of my knowledge, Silent Hill had combat. Like there have been
Mm-hmm.
games where you walk, but they have combat. So if it's a simulator of walking, you wouldn't be doing much else. Just walking.
Exactly.
So as long as you're doing more than just walking, you cannot classify it a walking simulator because you would be going back through gaming history talking about bad about a lot of other games where again they do more than just walk.
I guess Sonic was a walking simulator.
or Mario was a walking
Mario,
simulator.
Castlevania, Contra, those are all walking simulators.
Any game where you walk is a walking simulator. But look, I know you like to say that, and then it's supposed to make a game or a PlayStation look bad, but it just doesn't. It makes you look stupid for not being educated enough to look up the genre that the game is under. There's no genre called walking simulator. Sorry.
If you knew better, you would do better. That's all I
Yeah.
can tell you, bro.
But bro, you look like a clown. But if you want to be serious, again, I'm giving you the chance to name the 5 games. I mean, your time is up, but I'm still being nice enough to give you that time whenever you want. Oh, it looks like Rafe just hit him, so I guess it's over. So then there really is no point in buying a Series X or PS5. What did he say that for? Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. I know he's been trolling for the last couple of days. It's just weird, though. Like, you would waste that much time doing that. I've watched gameplay, blah, 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 blah. He just really ain't do much. Like, the dude's, like, he really sucked at what he was trying to accomplish. He really did. But let's move on. We got a lot of delays. If we just add up January and just the beginning of February, which just happened, a lot of
You know what the
delays.
biggest delay is?
Which one?
People that don't have PS5s.
Oh, god damn it. Nah, bro. There's like the Hogwarts game got delayed to next year, and there was another game that got delayed to next year.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because again, like when it comes down to it, and this is for anybody who's listening that doesn't have a PS5, delay these games. That's fine. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because like me and Jay had conversations, not on podcasts, over the phone. We don't want these titles to be hindered because of scalpers.
There you go.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of time before everybody who doesn't have one will get one. Okay. But by the time you get one, that's when these games that are going to be defined by this company, and I should say, getting that next gen experience. By the time you guys get your PS5, that's when shit's going to be ramped up, and we're going to be hitting on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
go back to what you were saying.
Yeah. That's very true. Like I want these games to do good. I want the people that want to buy them to be able to buy them. I want the people that want to play these games to be able to play them. But I can't tell you how many people would have been on Destruction All Stars if there were more PS5s out there that the scalpers didn't gobble up. It sucks. Now I want you guys to remember for the next 2 months, for February and for March. Sorry. You can still go to the internet browser, log into your PSN account, go to the PlayStation Store, and go on Destruction All Stars and add it to your PlayStation Plus collection. Let's say you're about to expire on PlayStation Plus, or you don't think you're going to keep it for the rest of the year. For the month of February and March, put PlayStation All Stars in your library. Once a game is in your library, it's always going to be there, even if you run out of PlayStation Plus. So you'll always own it. You might not have access to it if your PlayStation Plus expires, but it will always be in that PlayStation Plus library. So again, so that nobody has to bitch to me about the cost of the game. If you have a PlayStation account, just go to the internet browser, log into your account, go to the PlayStation Store, and put PlayStation All Stars in your PlayStation Plus library. You can also do this with the official PlayStation app on your Android or iPhone. Go to the PlayStation Store section, find Destruction All Stars, add it to your library. It's real simple. This allows you to have a free game. You can do this with every game that's available this month. You can do it for Control, the Ultimate Edition, and you can also do it for Concrete Genie. That means that whenever you do get a PS5, you're going to have a lot of free games to play. You might not even want to buy a
not
game.
Not to mention the PlayStation Plus games that the PS5 users get for free.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you haven't experienced those games.
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have access to
And
that.
a lot of
So I
those
mean,
games are getting updated too.
yep,
Yep.
yep. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, obviously on the PS5, and Jay, I know it's not your game, but bro, that Division 2,
Yeah, it's
the
dog shit.
4K
Yeah,
60,
definitely. Huh?
yep,
What?
fire.
Oh.
What? Hold on a second. I think Brian, Brian,
Oh, Division 2 is right here. Oh, okay. I got it.
4, 4K 60, bro. That bitch runs buttery smooth, Jay.
Mm, did
Whether that be your play
speaking of,
style or not, it's just clarification that
yeah,
these studios are upgrading these games and
exactly.
performing as if it's a brand new game. It's a brand new experience.
Yeah. And again, me and Yella, we've been console gamers for a long time. I've dabbled in PC. I was a PC gamer when I was let's say the last I think the last 2 years of high school and the first year of community college, I could say that I was a PC gamer because the only game I would play would be RuneScape. I would be on that, what we call now an MMO. I believe it was an MMO. I'll be on RuneScape all the fucking time. Uh, but the type of PC gaming community now with all the high specs and shit, not really so much. But um, we hear what the PC fans have been saying that, hey, if this game was over here, I would play it because I could play at this frame rate and this. But that argument has really disappeared from what I've been seeing. Nobody can bitch and say, "Hey, I don't want to play this game on a console because I want to play it in 4K 60." Well, this console is capable of 4K 60, so you can't bitch anymore.
Well, yeah, and I'm telling Mark my words, bro. It's gonna be the same thing for when Cyberpunk drops for the
Hmm.
patch because it look seriously look face value, bro. The game received well on the PC. Why? Because the game was optimized for the PC, right? And just like you clarified, these consoles are able to push that 60 frames and to be able to perform, you know, equivalent to a PC. So, moral of the story, I know that wave, but again, I don't game in waves. But no, seriously, that when that patch comes for fucking Cyberpunk, whether you're gonna play the game or not, it's
Yeah,
gonna it's gonna fucking shine. It's gonna shine.
bro. I just entered the YouTube app for the PS5, and I see that Paramount Plus, like Paramount Pictures, has a streaming service that's coming out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting tired of everyone having a streaming service. I am so fucking tired, bro. I'm sorry.
Don't get
Uh,
too sleepy because it's not gonna stop.
I know, right? Um, just an update, guys. A lot of you guys have wanted me to get into WandaVision. I was very late. I started watching WandaVision on Friday. I ended. I got caught up on about Saturday around 5 or 6 in the morning. I was blown away by the first 5 episodes that I saw, and I am in love with that show. It is a gorgeous show. It it is awesome. I highly recommended it to Somatic, but knowing that he doesn't listen to shit I say, I told him that I will continue to remind his ass the rest of this week until Friday when a new episode airs. But that's a good show. That's a damn good show. I like the twists and turns that I see in that show and all the surprises. It's really just really awesome. Ties up a lot of loose ends. David, JTech, read my last chat. JTech, how is Series X slash S 3.5 million when Xbox did not tell us how much they sold? Who gave out that it was 3.5 million? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Microsoft, they gave their financials out the week before PlayStation did, but they never actually gave out a specific amount of Xbox consoles that were sold or shipped. And I'm thinking it would be much, much lower than 3.5 million. But I don't know. I don't know the answer. You would probably have to ask the company of Microsoft. I don't know how anybody is saying 3.5 million when the company themselves did not disclose that information. Like, again, Sony disclosed so much more information than what Microsoft did a week before. So I wouldn't be listening to any of them. I'm over here because I wanted to see what Digital Foundry did when it came to the Division. Um, but this is how you know they're fucked up. Um, this is how you really know they're fucked up. We're about to go dive deep, man. Get ready. Put your seatbelts on and your fucking helmets on. They don't know who I am. I know who they are. And I've been tired of them for years. Sometimes they provide some evidence that we can call a win, and we use this information to smack the shit out of the Xbox fans, and then we watch these guys cry on the internet for a couple weeks until the next Digital Foundry video. But the bullshit is just getting too crazy now. Okay? You have already told us a month or two ago that PS5 has that secret sauce, and it's just doing much better. Okay? Whether you want to talk about Dirt 5 or you want to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we know PlayStation 5 is the ultimate next-gen system. Okay? They told us. These guys, they told us. So, when they want to try to change the narrative and say, oh, no. We're going to do a photo mode for Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry's going to do a photo mode, and then that's going to show off that Xbox is better. So, it's just a weird thing. They went and did a Destruction All-Stars video, and I don't really care what anybody says about Destruction All-Stars. I would expect Destruction All-Stars to dip, but it does not dip as much as you would think. There is a lot of shit going on screen, and the majority of the time you play the game, it's going to be multiplayer anyway. But let's just go over here. So my boy Yella was bragging about Division and how smooth it runs. Now your eyes can pick up that pop. That's how I describe it. It's a pop that I see between 30 and 60, or from a game that was 30 going to a different game that's 60. And it's like, oh my God, look how good that looks. You just notice that. That's always your reaction. Like, damn, that shit's smooth. I think we just got a donation, but I don't see a price next to it. Oh, it's Vedger. That's a different price. Okay. Vedger with the SEK 119.00. I think people mix games with interactive and entertainment. Tetris, Mario, Pac-Man, Ping Pong are games for the scores. Prince of Persia, Halo, The Last of Us, Death Stranding are interactive. Hey, how you doing? Entertainment, but not walking simulators. Okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, man. Every game is different genres. What's going on, Spartan?
I was here since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't allowing me to go on the Discord. So if you think I'm late, now I've been here. I just couldn't join. I seen you and Yellow was here.
You probably had to update your app just like the other dude.
I did already.
Oh.
I updated Discord yesterday. Facebook, Twitter. What's up, Jamar? I was here since the beginning of your podcast.
Oh yeah.
I was the first person.
Oh yeah. You was. I'm just trying to get to this part. What's going on, bro?
I seen your title, and you said Halo's heading to new platforms.
Yeah, that's what Game Rant has said. That they believe they deciphered from an interview from 343. Now I believe it's going to new platforms, but I don't know if it's coming to PlayStation and Switch.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think they got to see what they can accomplish on Mac, on Epic Game Store, the Xbox Cloud. They want to see if they can bolster the hype of Halo again, because this new Halo has to do good, So they're gonna say, hey, let's see what we can do with the original Halos. If you guys,
I think they mean xCloud.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because it's already on Xbox Series X, right?
Yeah, so why would you try?
Hold on, Spartan. I swear to God, on my whole life, I'm not going crazy. Did I just see them put a Halo clip? What up? They put a Battlefield 4. They put a Battlefield 4 comparison between PS4 and Xbox One, and I think they added Halo in this bitch. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, they also use the medium. Why you even have those clips? Why are you even talking about that shit?
Wait,
When
what you talking about?
Digital Foundry is doing an analysis of Destruction All Stars, but they're talking about all these other games that are not even the same.
Where's that?
Oh, you're not watching the video?
Is it YouTube or Twitch?
Yeah, I'm watching it on YouTube. I'm watching Destruction All
See,
Stars on PS5, 60 frames per second arcade action analysis.
I don't see nothing for that.
Well, if you're looking on are you looking at the live stream?
Yeah. Like just now, I see it. Like
Okay,
said
so
3
let
days
it
ago.
let it catch up. You probably
3 days.
missed it.
Okay, I see it.
Okay.
You said 3 days ago. Oh yeah, I seen that.
But if you're looking at the video, right, the video I'm showing,
Mm-hmm.
they're literally, when they're doing this analysis, they're talking about other games. I had already told people it's weird for them to even talk about the dips of Destruction All Stars when it doesn't go lower than 40, and they're using the medium, which goes as low as 22 frames per second or lower.
But why would they use the medium?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
the medium
Why
is
would you
totally
use
different game. It's a
Halo?
walking sim.
Why would you use Halo? Why would you use Battlefield 4? This is it's a destruction derby game with the background of multiple developers behind racing games like MotorStorm, Drive Club, Wipeout, and Project Gotham Racing. Why would
It's
you
a
be using?
two different genres?
I don't. This. They don't want to be a part of the console war, but they are a part of the console war. They don't want to be there, but they are.
No. Jay, it's not that they don't want to be a console. They don't want nobody say they're part of the console war. They don't want
Motherfuckers,
nobody
they
call them
are.
out about it. That's the difference. It's not that they don't want to, because they didn't. The console war, none of their console would be consoles. I just spoke to Maz about that shit. I feel like Digital Foundry, they're ruining it because people look forward to Digital Foundry just to clown each other. Like, literally, if you go to the comment section, you'll see people say, this comment section is going to be good. Like, people go just to the console just to argue. Like, people, that photo mode thing was, Thrash already proved that shit was wrong. And I said it, and they told about Alex Battaglia has proved what I said wrong. They zoomed in. He zoomed in 400% and showed that Xbox is missing details. There's other channels that picked up on that as
Exactly.
well.
I was seeing that on Twitter that they did the ray tracing better on PS5, and they were talking about the frame rates, but PlayStation did better ray tracing at that same frame. And again, they're supposed to be the professionals, so they're supposed to catch this shit, not us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to him, and he was like, "That's fanboyism." I was like, "Okay, I don't get it, because if they're professional, right? It don't matter if you have a preference, if Microsoft is flying you out. If something is not looking right, like I get Xbox had the better frame rate, but even then, you could even say, okay, even though it has the better frame rate, we seem to notice it's been missing a few details that are quite prevalent on the PS5. You could say something like that. It's not like it's a loss for Xbox. It still has a better frame rate. Like saying that would seem more professional and like give both of the consoles its due. So believe it or not, it's 1440p, it's 60 frames. Both of them are. But you know PS5 holds that 60 better and it doesn't really drop much. But now, on that ray tracing mode, you can see the PS5 does better in ray tracing. That's why they don't want to say, because Xbox, they DirectX ray tracing is supposed to be superior. They have 52 CPUs. But here in the case, I noticed they kept saying one word in their video. They kept saying RAM, RAM, RAM. The PS5 has more RAM available to hold the textures and everything, because even though their bandwidth on Xbox is higher, they have slower bandwidth more for those things. 336 is not enough. 448 seems to be a lot for PlayStation. What they have, like 13 gigs for that, 13, and then it's still 448. 3 gigs of RAM for the OS, so they have the bandwidth. The SSD, I don't know if they took advantage of. I doubt it, but PS5 has the better ray tracing, and you can see it suffering in frame rate because of that. There's nothing wrong with that because just like, and if you want proof of me saying that, just look at that Devil May Cry 5 video. Remember they did three modes. PS5 was better at the 60 frames, the 4K, but when it went to 120 and ray tracing, the Xbox did better. But you
Mm-hmm.
still get the PS5 this credit. Xbox doing better, it's holding the higher frame rate, and you would think so because the specs is higher. That makes sense. Do it like that. Stay professional. If Xbox got a loss, it got a loss. You ain't got to make it up. It's just that the next game maybe it'll be better. Don't be fanboying and like I don't have no problem with Xbox being better because it is the more powerful system. But if it's not, don't try to make a way for it to be because then that just makes you look unprofessional. If you bias, yeah, okay, be biased. And then he said to me, Mads, I'm talking about, he said to me, and just that sometimes PS4 has more optimized and all of that, said it because games are marketed. So I said to him, what about games that are marketed with Xbox like Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk that run better on PS5? He said it has nothing to do with it. So I'm confused on what is it? Because I know since this gen has started, PS5 has consistently had the better version of multiplayer. Yes, Devil May Cry did better on, and there was another game recently, Xbox, did a little bit better on, holding 60 than PS5.
Mm-hmm.
But this game, photo mode, you really made a video on photo mode just to say Xbox is better. That's bad because then it's like, okay, you're just saying in order for Xbox to do better than PS5, you got to be in photo mode. The ray tracing is not there. You got to say that at least because the video is about ray tracing. And you could clearly see PS5 has more details. They're actually pointing out every single, using their own video, every single fucking detail that's missing on Xbox. It shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
If the PS5 is better, just say it's better in ray tracing. But that would be bad because Microsoft are in bed with Digital Foundry. You don't want to make it seem like, oh, the console with the more CUs and that's better at ray tracing is not doing good. I get it, but still, you just got to be honest. That way, then when Remedy fixes it, they could say, okay, they'll go back and be like, okay, they fixed the Xbox version. Now it seems to be parity. Because they kept saying parity, but there is no parity between them. Only parity is the resolution and frame rate. But detail wise, and they kept saying settings, they're identical. But when you look at the detail and everything,
It's
PS5 has more detail.
mm-hmm.
And
But
this isn't like its own
this has
version.
been known for a couple of games now where PlayStation has won the detail section of the analysis. It's just I can't
True.
explain that shit, bro. Like PlayStation just
I
really
can.
shitting on them.
I can why. They RAM. Remember when the Xbox One X had more RAM than the PlayStation 4 Pro? Where they kept saying soup textures on Shadow of War, whatever it was, and
Mm-hmm.
then they fixed it and it was identical. RAM plays a lot of factor in textures, bro. Bandwidth. They kept saying parity and settings, they're identical. They're not identical. Because when you zoom in, like they used to for Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
Xbox used to have better resolution for the textures, it used to be cleaner. They identical in frame rate, they're identical in resolution. But when it comes to details and textures, graphical settings, PS5 is higher. And it's not the only game. Call of Duty had that same type of issue. On the Warzone, remember they tested that? Same
Yeah.
thing. I was able to hold the frame rate and the textures was more prevalent. I just don't like when people lie because then, and that's doing Xbox even better. That's not the point. It's when you lie and it makes the fanboys go at each other. It keeps the community at a negative imbalance. They're gonna keep arguing and shit instead of coming together to make gaming better. You're more divided than ever, and y'all causing it just for fucking views. I get it. As a channel, as a business, but grow your channel in a more productive way. Even when PS5 is doing better, you need to see me coming to these streams like, "Oh, PS5 is doing better." I just said, "Okay, I see they did a video and this happened." Okay, the next game. There's no reason for you to lie, and it's proof. Thrash used their own video, kept it running, zoomed in like they do supposed to do, and showed that PS5 had better textures and everything. That's not my problem because I don't give a fuck which console has a better version. I don't have either console, but I'm able to play on there if I wanted to at other people's house. You know, do that. But still, at least tell the truth. That's just my thing. Just tell the truth, bro. Just be honest. If Xbox is not doing good, just say it. Just like the PS5 wasn't doing good, and its frame rate drops and everything, they'll say it. Trust me, they'll say it. They wouldn't say, "Oh, we think it's a bug," like the Xbox One with it, the Pro was running Titanfall better. Remember, they updated it twice for Xbox, and it still ran better on the Pro. So I don't like that they're not telling the truth, and then people are running with it. They say Xbox got to win. Yes, it is a win, but it comes at a cost of lying.
Yeah, I understand, man. We about to get back to
Oh,
this analysis. I'm actually turning the volume up on my TV so I can see why they compared this
I'm sorry,
walking simulator to action-packed destruction derby game.
because it's
Like,
a new game. Because it's a new game, and for once, there's a PlayStation game that's not 30. Isn't it funny the tables turn? PlayStation has the multiplayer game at 60, and they have a walking single player game at 30. Does
mm,
it sound like the roles are reversed? That's why
exactly,
they're saying it. That's why they're saying it. Because they don't want to say, look, PlayStation has a multiplayer game with just constant action, constant moving, constant physical um, interaction within players,
I guess
and it's still
what he's
60
trying to
frames.
say is true with a lot of the launch games. I think he's think that they're lackluster. Um,
They are. I mean, Demon Souls was good,
he's
you
talking
see,
about the
but after
SSD
that,
and how everything's fast. You don't got to wait for anything to load in. And it's
it
true.
is.
I didn't even really
But
notice
he's
that because
correct.
it's just that's how the PS5 is right now. But
But be honest with you, Jay, you think the games that's coming out right now, you think anything is hitting off right now? No.
do I think anything's hitting off? No, no, no. But
The Church of
there are
All Stars
games
is a
I'm
good
waiting for
game,
that I'm gonna play the fuck out of, and this
right?
was one of them. You know.
Like I see somebody say the other day, and I've seen it since all in January. Xbox is gonna have a killer 2021 launch up. That's good. But then just the next week, Nintendo came back into the fray. They have new Zelda, Metroid supposed to come out, another Mario Kart. The next Switch, I think Switch sold 79 million, and they did it faster than PS4, which is excellent. You know, I give them their props. But
Mm.
he's right. The games right now is not hitting like that. They could have a fun game, but constantly, like the launch lineup, Demon Souls, Spider Man, those games, the third party games, it's not hitting, and that's always the case in like January, February, March. March is when you start to pick up games. No, because everybody's still trying to recover from the holiday season. Comparing a walking sim that's 30 frames to a multiplayer game that's constant moving, I don't see it. I don't see it. If you just want something to say about an Xbox game where it's constant movement, use like Gears 5, for example. Use Forza because you have a Forza Horizon on the Series X. It's 60 frames per second at 4K. It's dynamic, but use that game. It's open world. Use that game. That makes more sense. A game like Gran Turismo Sport doesn't have a PS5 patch, but I bet you if it runs, it's native 4K. I probably won't. It'll probably still be 60 frames, then in 4K, even though it can be native. Use a game like that. Make it equivalent, like Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport. That makes sense. The Last of Us and the Medium would be more, but even in then, you do more shit in The Last of Us. When is the last walking sim game PlayStation got?
Probably, like, I mean, you
Detroit,
could say
Detroit.
Detroit
Hmm?
or Until Dawn, which you really
Or the
did do
medium.
nothing
It
but
would be the
walk.
medium. Because the medium came out after Until Dawn, but yeah, it'd be a mixture of them three.
Yeah,
Detroit,
it'll be
right?
yeah.
Detroit came out when? 2017, 2018. When it came out?
Oh, I don't know. I think it could be
Look how long.
2017 or
Oh,
18.
Look how long ago it was though.
I know.
PlayStation haven't had a walking sim since I would like I heard Kid Smooth do his
And
live
by
Detroit
the
stream.
came
way,
out
Until Dawn
exactly.
was
Detroit came out
2015.
20. It was April 24th, 2018.
Oh, okay.
Detroit.
2018, right? All right,
Yep.
so you have games like that, but then you have games like The Last of Us and all of that. You don't walk around in those and just do nothing. You stealth. That's it. different, but it's always something. Ghost of Tsushima. You can walk around, you can ride the horses. That even stuff would be a fair comparison. Days Gone, where you constantly ride your motorcycle and you fight zombies, that would be a good comparison. Even if it's a different genre to Destruction All Stars, because you're constantly doing something. A game like Rocket League, a game like Rocket League would make as an arcade racing game where you have to play and score like soccer. That would make more sense. The Medium and Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 as a launch game for PS4 and Xbox One, 2013. That game, that's a totally different genre. That makes no sense. Compare Battlefield to Call of Duty. That that's more appropriate and that's more prevalent. That's more alike. But just if you're gonna talk about Destruction All Star, just talking about that game.
Yeah,
We don't gotta
exactly,
mix
bro.
Xbox and everything, bro. I mean, you can because this is obviously it's a console that's out. But if they don't have a game like this, don't bring them up. Then it looks stupid. So say like when Halo comes out and the PlayStation doesn't have a game like Halo, you're gonna talk about God of War, you're gonna talk about Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, you shoot and all of that. You have guns, you do the same shit, but it's not like Halo. I mean, you could throw grenades in Halo, you could shoot, you can melee.
You know what
That's
though,
not.
bro? They talked about all these other games.
Yeah.
They did analysis for all these other games, but they don't want to do Division. What since we're talking about Digital Foundry liking poke fun at another platform or engage in the console wars, just from a first hand account, Yellow said that the frame rate on Division 2 was very, very good with the new update. That's what he said.
It
I'm going to
was.
test it
It
out right now
was.
for the very first
He's
time.
he's correct. Yes, it was because before it was running like shit.
Oh, I know.
Oh, less than
I know it was
60.
running like
It
shit.
was it was on it was unstable. He's correct. But I noticed that Digital Foundry didn't do that analysis. It's quick
Exactly.
to
That's
do
what
it
I'm
when
saying,
the
bro.
Xbox One X came out
The
because it
update
was
came out
running
last week,
better than the
right?
Pro.
Division?
It came out 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay, so they had enough time to do it.
Yeah, even people in the comment section was like patiently waiting for the division. It didn't do that God of War comparison. I mean, the update didn't do
That's
that.
It's like they
Um,
don't want to do shit that would benefit PlayStation
um,
first.
yeah, and plus the funny thing is, doing that will actually bring more people to your channel because you're giving them more information, even if it's good or bad. You being fanboys would just turn people off. I would give you on controversy, but you don't need controversy if you're gonna say something good about either system. People are going to come. Like I don't get it. Why wouldn't you want to bigger benefit PlayStation, which is the bigger gaming platform, rather than make Xbox look good? I'll
Maybe
see
they got paid.
Xbox. They said, "Oh, so yeah," obviously, but still, that doesn't help because your subscribers and your Patreon is still
Dude, they
you
give
get
them
paid.
like
You're going to use that money.
$20 million. They'll laugh all the way to the bank.
Exactly.
But here's the thing,
Some
even
people don't
then,
got a soul,
but
man.
your Patreon is what you're trying to push. Constant subscribers and constant Patreon will bring in more money every month. That one-time payoff is not going to last because you have to put that back in the channel, right? You get paid like when they say revenue versus profit. Every time a company makes money, they have to put it back into the company. So that's a waste. When you get paid and then it goes back in your channel, and then you're in the same position. It still makes no sense. But I want to know something, Jay, and I want to ask you to grow a channel, right? You have to have content.
Yeah.
You have
Oh, I see that
I see
pop.
they did Neo. I see they did
Oh
Neo
shit.
today, and they said PS5 was struggling to run Neo at 120
Mm.
frames, but the first game was good. That was a good video.
Okay,
Good content
bro.
like that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I see that pop, bro. That is nice. Oh, that is nice. That is real
Yeah.
nice. Okay, I fucks with this. This is nice. Okay. Let me run around DC, go to my job. I'm heading to work. Let me head on to work.
I'm off today. I'm off this weekend. So I'm able to be here and I have to go and leave like I usually do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, question. Games like God of War, right, which are pretty hefty on the pro, They got an update for the PS5. Why aren't they talking about that?
Again,
The
because it would
Division got
benefit PlayStation.
no, the Division was a game that was marketed with Xbox, I believe, twice,
Uh huh.
or the second one was PlayStation. They should have did a video on that already. The Xbox
I
Series X
know.
version.
Let
They
me
should have
ask
did
you a
that if you're
question.
gonna
Did
make
they do a
Xbox
video
stuff.
on Resident Evil? The demo?
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
No,
Resident
Exactly.
Evil 8?
Yeah, the demo.
No,
no, they didn't.
no, but they made a reference. They made a
But
reference
see,
to it
that's
during
what
the
I'm talking about, bro. When people be like, hey, they biased, we got evidence that you're biased, bro. There are games that got updates. There are games you have
what
access
other
to.
demo? Which demo they did last year? It was a game like a demo. They did. It was quick. It was the same day. Um, I think Xbox got PlayStation. The Call of Duty one. They did that video quick for
That's a
PS4 and
warehouse.
PS5. Actually, they did that quick when it came to those. And even then, they made it seem like okay,
Fucking
PS5 is
job,
doing
bro.
better. It would like it was annoyed. It's like they're getting tired of repeating the same thing, so they had to do something. Even Phil was like, he don't know why the Xbox is not doing better. You should know this is your system. You can't say the
Exactly.
tools are not ready. You can't say the tools are not ready because if they're working on PC and not your system, something is wrong. If your system is so in tune with PC and it's for one platform, it shouldn't have no problem. You're not optimizing for like a million
Okay.
PCs
That's
just
how
for
you
one
feel.
platform. I would get the Xbox Series S. That's another thing. Just downgrade the settings for it, and like they've been doing.
I got
I
a
have no
question about
idea.
the photo mode analysis. How is it a specific frame if you're just floating around with the camera?
That's what we're trying to say.
Right, okay. 'Cause I didn't see that
How
video.
even Jade texted. I mean, even King Thrash was saying that shit. Like, how is it a specific frame of? Well, you just moving the camera around. You tell me moving the camera around. It's a specific frame. I get it, frame drops, but you're not doing anything. You keep saying ray tracing, but if one system is dropping frames, obviously it's doing ray tracing better, and the one that's not. Like Thrash did the video highlighting the details missing in the Xbox.
Bro, I
You
can't
can see
find my
why.
fucking job,
Why?
bro. The
But even then, like,
fuck?
why would? But the better question is, why even do this video at all?
Why
Ray
don't they do a
tracing,
Share Factory versus Upload Studios next to be fair?
yo, that would be murder, bro.
Right,
Share
that's what I'm
Factory
saying.
is
Like, if
just
you
like a
want to be fair
PC
about
thing.
it.
PS5 is gonna win that.
Jay,
I
Um,
already know that.
there it is.
PS5 is gonna win that. It don't matter. Upload Studio has
What's
never
up?
been good.
where you
Even
at?
Xbox dudes.
I just left out the White House.
I'm coming to you. Excuse me.
No, I'm just
Had a
playing to
preparation to eat.
see
Nice
to
rip,
see
yellow.
what the resolution looking
Oh,
like,
what up,
but it
Sam?
is clean.
Come on, buddy.
It is
Hey, shit.
really, really
It said
clean.
it's 4K, but they say it's dynamic.
Here we go.
I believe that.
This bitch is smooth, bro.
That
This
looks
shit
good,
is
right?
really smooth.
You know which game should they got an update right now and been talked about?
Horizon fucking Zero Dawn. How about that?
No, it's yes, but it's a Ubisoft game. Think
They're
about
right
it.
there, Jay.
Okay.
Think about it. Think about it. Ghost Recon.
Oh, Ghost Recon, yeah.
Should have been an automatic update for Xbox because
But isn't that game already
20p,
sitting at 60?
4K.
No, not 4K, but
It is,
60.
but here's the thing.
Jay,
Yes,
Yeah.
a game like Far Cry.
Oh, look at you.
Every Ubisoft game should have been updated by now. I know Rainbow Six Siege. We already knew that shit was gonna get updated.
That game needs
Yeah.
an engine upgrade.
Question.
Let
Fuck
me
the
head
frame
on
rate.
to work.
Yes. Oh, so question, y'all.
Mm.
Why would they make a video in photo mode instead of just doing ray tracing and normal gameplay?
They did, but they said in the analysis they took a little bit of time out to do talk about that analysis
mean,
where
like-
hey,
I
we
mean,
gonna put
like
it in
playing-
photo mode and it works better on Xbox.
No, I mean zooming in at
Oh,
the same time like Thrash did. Why didn't they do that?
because it would have
This is
made
the first
Xbox
time
look
I've never
worse.
seen them. But it's thing. Actually, it wasn't because in photo mode is basically what you're doing in regular, but you're just not moving around. I think they would have
oh,
been
we got
equal,
some.
and then you would have seen PlayStation 5 looks more detailed. That's why they did it. I just wouldn't have made the video altogether. You want to make Xbox look better, bro? Ask them to be better. Don't try to make excuses and hide shit because that makes you look sneaky and make people just not trust what you're
How many
saying.
dislikes does that video have? Let me look
80.
it up, actually.
A lot.
What
It's
up?
just
It
Still,
personally
does?
NX.
it's wasted time.
Oh, I gotta look at that.
I think NX Gamer and VG Tech is going to be more reliable.
Yeah, and I want to look at them more.
I know Candyland really been
Oh
chilling.
shit.
But yeah, VG Tech
Good shit, bro.
is more.
I'm getting
I
lit
think
the
VG
fuck
Tech
up
did.
over here.
I mean,
Division
cover
was done
fire.
by VG Tech. Look them up. VG Tech did the analysis for the division, and you can see the Xbox is doing better in that game. It was, which is a missed chance for Digital Foundry.
Oh shit.
Did you know that?
Yeah, it
The
is.
Xbox was doing better in the Division 2 at first, with the first update. The Series X was doing better. The resolution was typically higher because it's a direct port via backwards compatibility. The frame rate was identical. The Xbox had drops, but it was like to like 53, or PS4 would be to like 50. And certain like that would make Xbox look good because like okay, it's pushing it, it's showing the backwards compatibility is doing good, it's doing it justice.
Shit, bro. I'm
But
getting lit the fuck up over here.
when you're lying about it, it just makes me like think like okay, they're just trying to start shit. But yeah, it looks beautiful. It always looked good. The division always looked good. It was a good looking game. The first one wasn't. It was dull, kind of. New York, and there was a lot of water around. I noticed that there was a lot of puddles, so they can make it like it's a lot of shadows and brightness. There was a lot of water.
A lot of
You
snow.
know, again, you're right. You know, another game that took that and did better with it. Miles Morales on
Oh
PS5.
shit.
The ray tracing mode, puddles every fucking where. So, yeah, I don't think they should have did that video. Oh,
I got you, bro. Give me a second.
It's all right, bro. Somebody came to the door.
You're good, bro.
You already know I suck at this shit.
I know. You just fucking around, showing
Yeah, I
content of
didn't
what
think
this
we were gonna
fucking
get this
PS5
much
capable of
resistance
doing.
over here by the Xbox community.
Stupid.
Mass Effect, Mass Effect. Watch when that game come out. How long do you think that analysis is going to take? Because they could have analyzed. They could have
Oh,
analyzed the
that
trailer.
shit because it's a PC centric game, even though it's on multiple platforms. They're gonna put that shit out as quick as possible, and the first
That's
edition
what
is probably gonna be
I told
PC.
you. It's not. It's funny because you know when The Last of Us got its first trailer with the fire and the girl hanging upside down and all that when Ellie was going in the parking
Oh yeah,
garage. You see how quick they put up that video? Just say the resolution is 1440p and people they did that shit quick. A game like this, The Division, the God of War not getting a video done yet. Um, Before they did that Ghost of Tsushima and Days Gone shit, they did backwards compatibility before even got the update, and it was 60 frames per second.
hmm
And then they went back and said, okay, it has a patch now. It runs at the same resolution, but it looks cleaner, and it runs at beautifully at 60 frames. That's the type of video you should make for Xbox. Like there was really no. The Forza Horizon 4 video they did was literally last year. The shit runs better than it does before. There should be no reason why you're not going back and doing videos like that for Xbox. Make them look good. Don't try to make PlayStation look bad to make Xbox look good. Just take advantage. Like, that shit irks me. It's like, I mean, they said if you don't like something, don't watch it, and I don't. But then when you hear everybody speaking and you check it out and you see it for yourself, it's like, really, bro? Y'all are professionals. People come to you for knowledge, and you just bring them fanboy shit. That's embarrassing. As a gamer, I think you're making my brand that I'm part of. I think you're making it look bad. That's why it bothers me. It has nothing to do with Xbox being better, because it should be. It's the more powerful console. It should be.
Hey Jay, come here, bro. If you don't mind.
Don't you think that? That
Want a
the
gentleman game with
Xbox.
you? Come over here.
Want to
Stand in
Don't
front
you
of me.
think so though? The
Okay.
Xbox should be doing better if it's more powerful.
Hold down on the D-pad. Find where it says rock, paper, scissors as you shoot, motherfucker.
Oh god, rock paper, scissors.
Oh, paper covers rock, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck you. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope that they
Oh,
added that shit in here.
he got you.
Another thing, bro. Since you're a fan of it, press start. Hold square.
Oh, photo mode. Photo fucking mode. Zoom in real close to the
Bro,
character's face
I'm a,
too.
yo, every video they put up today, people
Mm-hmm.
kept putting in the comments, what's the resolution of photo mode though? Neo, people kept clowning them over that.
And this the thing, bro. PlayStation has the best photo mode known to man. They set themselves up for the whole year. Do they not understand that shit? Every major PlayStation exclusive is going to have photo mode. And if it's
It
not
does.
there, it'll be patched in.
Like a game like say, let me see, what's the more video they did on photo mode? Death Stranding on PC, right?
Mm-hmm.
60, it was 60 already. Photo mode, it looks even glorious in 60. That's good. Do that for Xbox, because Xbox games have photo mode. A game like Hellblade 1 on Xbox Series X did not get a patch. But I'm sure you could reach out to Microsoft and ask.
It's so fucking sad. They set themselves up for that. I mean, this was something they did to themselves. Nobody asked them to, hey, go make a big deal about this shit. Like, they did that shit to themselves, man.
Now they're gonna keep doing that photo mode shit, and now it's gonna make them look stupid. So you telling me
I
everybody
don't
gonna start
think they
going games
are.
to do
I
photo
just
mode?
think the fans aren't going to
They are.
forget.
They are. Nobody's gonna forget this shit because people
No,
are
no,
already
but
saying it
you
in the
know what I'm
comments.
saying? What I'm saying is, how many times can they compare Xbox to a PlayStation multi-platform game when most multiplats don't use photo mode?
Oh, oops.
You see what I'm saying? How can they really compare the two? Most
I mean,
most
Call of Duty
multi-platform
should
games
have
do
one.
not have a photo mode feature.
They just have ray tracing, or they just have
Exactly. They got
things.
ray.
That's
You
correct.
can do ray tracing. You can do a comparison on the resolution and the frame rates, but not every
And they
multi.
did.
And this was funny. They wanted to do that, but Division has photo mode,
And they haven't put out a video.
and they haven't
Because
put out a
even in the
video.
photo mode they did last gen for Pro and the X, they did photo mode. The Pro had the better frame rate. That's why they don't want to do it, I think. The Division had one, and the Pro ran the consistently at 60 because they were saying it was less detailed, the resolution was lower, and I mean, which is true. It's supposed to if you push the resolution. But then again, if the resolution is the problem, drop the shit and make it be parity. That way you can show both consoles at their strength, at their best.
Who did the video
That
sparring? Was it Alex or the
Oh,
goofy
I
guy with
know
the
where
glasses?
this is.
Richard Ledbetter led the video.
Okay,
Alex
yeah,
just talked about
I'm
it.
The photo.
actually back
Yeah.
at work.
Richard Ledbetter led the video. He did.
Hey,
Okay.
bro. So look,
And
this building right here is like this
He's the one that
diner.
pretends to be impartial.
Oh, that's awesome. This shit is so dope. Hey, Sam, bro, there's this landmark diner that's supposed to be right here. It's called Ollie's Trolleys, and it is yellow. And there's like a hotel or something above it. I like that they said 24-hour deli and grocery. I mean, they got the color scheme right, but it's not. Oh, they still got yeah, they got the umbrella and everything. The entrance is also the same. Cause they
Yo,
have
But
two
Jay,
entrances.
didn't I tell you though, bro? Didn't I tell you
What?
this game looks fucking phenomenal?
Oh, it looks really, really good, bro.
Jay,
Fucking
I have a question
phenomenal
on
on the
one of the
pod.
topics.
Uh-huh.
You finish. You mentioned Halo, new platform, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't Halo they still have a new engine? Right?
Master
Oh
Chief
yeah, the split
Collection?
space engine.
No, they
Yeah.
said they have a new engine for the new Halo game, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That $500 million budget.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would they put that on PlayStation? No. Think about it. Why would they even try to put it on Xbox yet if it hasn't been proven on the Series X? That's bad to
I
already
thought it was just
say.
the collection that was coming to systems or other
Yeah,
platforms.
that's the one they're talking about. They're not talking about
The
Infinite.
collection. Oh,
They're only
Master
talking
Chief
about the
Collection?
collection.
Yeah, not the new
Wait,
one.
that should have been on PlayStation at this point. I
Yeah.
mean, like, why not? I
Hey,
mean, they already
bro.
said PS3 was on PS3. I don't know why this shit is not on
That's
PlayStation at this point.
fucking dope. Okay, so this
Now,
is
imagine that.
Macy's.
Imagine
And this
Halo
is.
on PlayStation, bro. That's like the end of Xbox. Me, if that shit ever happens,
Oh
bro,
my god, bro.
I'm just gonna give up, bro, all faith for
Hey,
Xbox. If they have
Yella,
a
this
good
store
game,
right here is Macy's.
Right
Yeah,
here to the left.
yeah, right
you
here.
recognize any of these buildings?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
you just
Macy's
said
right here.
Macy's.
Yeah, this is supposed to be Macy's. This is where I go to Jimmy John. Well, there's a jewelry store right here, and then oh my God, the jewelry store is right there. Okay. So Jimmy John's is right beside it.
Jesus Christ.
It's called
This is a
they're calling
restaurant.
it
Classic
America Diner.
American food.
Okay.
Backhand.
Classic American food.
Yeah, that's
Yo, guys,
Breakfast,
what
lunch, and
what
dinner.
what happened to that Fallout Far Cry game that was coming out?
I don't know, but I know the
I've,
Metro Center
I've been meaning to
train
ask
station should be right around here.
what happened to that, Jay? That Far Cry game that was supposed to come out.
Far Cry.
The next one that was coming out, the Spanish dude, the legend.
I think it got a soft, silent delay. But I thought it was supposed to come out this year, but it's been really, really quiet.
Xbox is marketing that too.
It's so fucking dark, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Jay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at my backpack. See that little trinket down at the bottom?
I'm proud of Japan, bro. They really
I see it.
turned their
Oh, I see it.
That's the T virus.
The T virus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Jay, when
well,
you go back to work?
me tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out where Metro Center train station is. It's supposed to be around here somewhere.
It is around here somewhere.
I think it's supposed to be, but it's a lot of debris in a way.
They're afraid, bro. They're afraid, I think. I really think they're
I
scared.
think they're afraid too, bro. And this is what's weird about it. You have a game that's out, and from what you said, they did analysis on this before they got the official patch for Division 2.
Division? Division they
Yeah.
did last gen for PS for Pro and X, and then they did one-on-one. VG Tech did it. Yes. VG Tech did it. Digital Foundry has not done it yet, which I want to know why. Because again, it was running better when VG Tech did it on Xbox. So they're just trying to make Xbox look better. Why not use that video? Smart, bro. Like me, I would have been to that. I don't want to hear about, oh, they have to spread content out. Why? You're trying to grow your channel. Put as much content out as possible.
Exactly.
That's bullshit excuse you're giving me. If you want Xbox to look better, which it should be doing, based off resolution, the power of it, the bandwidth, if it is, you shouldn't expect in parity with the PS5. You should be expecting better. That makes me look at you sideways to think you're lying to me.
So I found the Walgreens. They're calling it a pharmacy store. So I found
It's Walgreens, bro.
Yeah, that's Walgreens.
I even know that. I know that Walgreens specifically. I just forgot the cross streets. I know when I went to DC.
Oh yeah. Okay, well the train station's supposed to be around here somewhere because the bus is here. I just can't find it. But I know where Gallery Place, Chinatown train station is. That's pretty dope, bro. Like, I mean, they couldn't go like completely accurate because of the copyrights and shit, but they did pretty damn
you
good.
can. You just can't call certain things there.
Yeah, they can't call
like
certain
DK5 is exactly like Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, it is, bro.
And they got the permission to scan LA and just call it, like Los Santos.
Okay, so this right here is the real Starbucks. There is a Starbucks right here that I walk past.
Question.
Shit. Yeah.
Jay, if Microsoft bought Ubisoft, would you be pleased with it?
Oh shit.
That's just for you and Yellow. But I'm gonna try to answer. What you think? That they bought Ubisoft. I think they should. You may be wondering why. Because Ubisoft is a juggernaut. Ubisoft is like a third-party rock star. They're a big
Yeah,
company.
I mean, I
They're big.
don't look the way I'm looking at it as a gamer, right? The the team up between Ubisoft and Microsoft, would it benefit the gamers? Would they be able to get a collaborative game that we wanted? You know?
Splinter Cell, Splinter Cell.
Yeah, we could get that. But does Microsoft care about making good games enough to give us something like that? You see what I'm saying? Again, not a
I
lot of
think they
people
do.
want it, but think about how it looked when PlayStation's name was attached to the revival of Crash Bandicoot.
Man,
Now,
that hurt.
I know, but look, they have Banjo Kazooie, but they haven't done anything with the rights. They could have made a remake to the first and second one.
I think they're scared because they don't want the games. I think Microsoft cares about Splinter Cell and bringing back those games. They just don't know if people are going to buy them full price. That's the problem.
But see, that's what I'm saying. They can bring these
That's
games
not,
back, but will they? The answer is no. They will not
they
bring these
won't.
games back.
And that's not their fault. It's the gamer's fault because they didn't buy the games. Microsoft is not going to keep trying if you don't help them out too. It's
Well,
a
I know
two-way street.
exactly where I'm at.
I like Microsoft attempt at the beginning of last gen. Rust, Titanfall, Quantum Break.
Hmm.
What else? Recore. They tried to tackle that platformer with Recore and like Ratchet and Clank would be. They did
Yep.
try, and the gamers didn't buy it. So it's not
So
Microsoft's
the
fault.
good thing is this very unique cinema is actually still there. The movie theater is still there. So they did good on that. Then this is supposed to be yup. This is Cadoba, which is a Mexican food place. So that's still there. They did
I
good
want to see
there.
Gears. I want to see Gears of War on PlayStation.
The tourist
I
shop is
want.
still here too.
This nigga JTech is in heaven right now.
The one thing I don't understand, they called the Hard Rock Cafe Donut Shack. I don't like that one.
Yo,
That one was stupid.
they can't call it the name because then I have to pay for
Yeah,
it.
but they could have did something better than Donut Shack. That's illegal.
No, it's not.
Let me see. What's this? Papa
Donut Shop
Bean.
would be different. Shack is different. They can say if they had a burger place like Shake Shack,
Okay, they
and they
did good
call it
here.
Shake Shack.
This is
They
the
call it Shake Shack.
Abraham Lincoln Waffle Place. So that's real. Oh, and this building is here too. They just closed this up.
That's real. Yo,
Uh huh.
Jay's funny.
I'm trying to. Okay, the Lincoln Theater is still here. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
But the
Uh-huh.
building where Lincoln died, they covered that up.
You have to.
Yeah, and that building is right. Okay, that building is right there. Doesn't look like there's a way to get around there either. Yeah, they definitely had to close that one up. Yeah, this is
I don't
a
think Microsoft. I don't
it's a
think they know
pretty
what to do,
dope
bro.
ass game though. I mean, who do you think Microsoft would spend money on? Like, yeah, you can buy the juggernauts,
Ubisoft.
but
Ubisoft. That's the only one that really makes sense.
But
They have
yeah, it
shooters.
makes sense. You buy them, you get all their assets, you got a lot of IPs, good name recognition, but there
But
are
Bendy will
so
have a
many
fit though.
people out there that are not saying that. I know you're not on Twitter, but I'm gonna give you an insight on Twitter. Most Xbox fans want Ubisoft to buy Sega and some
Yeah.
other Japanese style like Square Enix. They want them to buy those people. That's what I'm seeing online.
I agree with them. I see them here.
Yeah. I have not
Um,
saw a lot of Xbox fans
Sega.
said they should buy Ubisoft.
Sega. The thing with Sega is, okay, you can buy a Sega, but you don't know how to push their games outside of you. I mean, like Sega is big in America too, but you don't know how to push their Japanese type games. Like Sonic, you can market obviously because Sonic is everywhere at this point. Persona, you don't know how to market. Yakuza,
Hmm.
Judgment, you don't know how to market. Most of the games are Japanese. The old games you had on the Xbox, the original Xbox,
Yeah.
like the races and stuff like that. You could do that, but by Sega, remember they're moving forward. Most of Sega games are Japanese. You cannot market those in America. as an American company. You just can't do it. It's proof. The 360 era, you had more Japanese games than the PS3, especially RPGs, and you just made them part of Xbox Live Arcade. And make the thing is Microsoft cannot make franchises compete with Halo.
True Woody
They
with the
just want
$2 super chat. Wait, what you mean Halo heading to new platform? Yeah, GameRant.com has basically put up a clickbait article that is making everybody in a gaming community go crazy because they claim that 343 has teased that they're bringing Halo Master Chief Collection to new platforms. Now, again, new platforms could just mean Epic Game Store, Stadia streaming service, the xCloud. It could mean those, but it could also mean PlayStation and Switch. But I highly doubt they would want to like just throw money in the trash, because
look,
that's
yeah.
how I would see
Jay,
it.
you know what else it could be? It could also be bait, just to big up the name of Halo, to bring value back to it. Because if it goes to other platforms, that means it's valuable. That could also be a trap, just to make you talk about Halo more often. Because then, usually, when you talk about a game going to other platforms, there's usually a next game coming out, which it is. We already know. So I could see them doing that. Talk about Halo going to other platforms, and then Microsoft drops news of Halo Infinite, and Halo was in the news for how long? They did that with the Bethesda deal. ZeniMax, when they was talking about Bethesda games getting updated via backwards compatibility on Xbox Series X,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden there was the ZeniMax deal. They not slick, bro. That marketing is old. PlayStation did that shit with Insomniac on the day of Microsoft's what's that, Gamescom in August 2019. They did that same thing. That's nothing new. I believe that it can go to other platforms, but will it? No. It's gonna come to XCloud. It has to. Playing Halo on the go and stuff like that. XCloud works. It does, and it's actually pretty damn good. For it just come out in a beta of last year, it's pretty damn good. But new platforms like PlayStation, Switch, going to Switch would be a waste of time. Coming to
Yeah.
PlayStation would be brilliant because they know
So let me
if you do
ask you
that.
this, bro.
All right.
You do you think they would do that knowing that the value of Game Pass and Xbox Live would go down? Because think of it this way. You don't need an Xbox anymore if they even start to do something like that. In the first year
Here's
of
the
the
thing.
Xbox coming out,
What,
it would be stupid.
what you need? What's more thing? Having your name branded on another system and needing an Xbox Live account or just a game or just having it. Because if they was to put Halo collection into PlayStation now, PS Now will skyrocket. They know that. But Game Pass, they just want control of the service. They just want control. That's what it's about. But for Halo to come to PlayStation, they have to get something under their control on Sony system. They don't really care about Game Pass. Game Pass is a stalling technique, just so they can build up their game library. Mind you, they had fucking 20 years to build up their first party. They're just now getting started this gen.
Okay,
But
another
they know.
$2
They know.
super chat by True Woody. Phil will be stupid to do that on other
No, he wouldn't.
platforms.
No, he wouldn't.
Look,
Because
this
if
is
he's
this
ahead of
look
Xbox, no.
again. I want everybody to understand. This is the PlayStation Legion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but their opinions are their own. Me personally, JayTech, believes this is a stupid decision. I'm not agreeing with True Witty. I just believe it's a stupid decision because you just brought out a system, right? You want to market that system. Putting your star attraction on another system is not helping your system or your ecosystem grow. And you desperately need as many exclusives or semi-exclusives as possible to make your system grow. Even floating with the possibility that Halo could go to another platform is that one of all. Look, I could see Sunset Overdrive, right? Or I could see Rise, Son of Rome, or what is it, Dead Rising 3. I could see these older games go over. But something as big as Halo, that's not a good look for Phil Spencer, bro. The fans, not the PlayStation
Okay,
fans, the Xbox fans will eat that dude alive if he does that.
they're supposed to.
I
That's what they're supposed to do.
so it's
I
suicide.
think it's a good idea.
So
I think it's a good idea
but I know they would eat him alive, and you're saying they're supposed to. So why would you commit suicide?
because if you don't care about the hardware, you're just putting the hardware out just so you can't say, okay, they put out the hardware just to say PlayStation don't have something, we don't have something. That's all it is. We have something like they have something. That's why I think it going to PlayStation would be a bad idea because you're launching the next game, and the next game won't be on PlayStation. But then the problem would be is if Master Chief Collection goes to PlayStation, you're forever gonna think, okay, well, is Infinite gonna go next? That's the suicide. The thought of thinking that your game's not exclusive completely. They already PlayStation already started that. So Xbox, if they don't care about the hardware and they just care about the services, just you're basically selling your console, your game on PlayStation. You will have Xbox Studios on PlayStation. That actually itself, just like when you have Microsoft apps on an iPhone, it says literally Microsoft Corporation. When you have Apple Music on a Galaxy, it says Apple Inc. Shit like that, Microsoft cares about just having a name somewhere that you know it's Microsoft.
But that's
It's
what
here because of us.
I
It's still
understand that, and I understand brand recognition. But don't you think it's a waste of money to even come out with the Xbox Series X? Like, if your whole plan was to, in the first year that your system is out, to put games on other platforms, it was no point for you to release the system. You could have made a lot of money just releasing software on every other existing platform.
it wasn't right. You're correct. The first year, because that seems like you're giving up completely before your hits start coming out.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
but yeah, I think probably not this year, but probably like 2023, probably put your game on PlayStation. Because then, if the Bethesda games, so okay, we're gonna have games that go to PlayStation and some that are not. Just like PlayStation said, there were games that were coming to PC, some were not. I think them having multi-platform games like Halo, because thinking about it, Halo became big not being on other platforms, right? Just imagine being able to hold a DualShock or DualSense controller and play Halo. That would show that PlayStation gamers have interest in your product. And then that way you could slowly, okay, let's see, they have interest too. You can do crossplay. What that would mean is, okay, Microsoft, okay, they've been making money here and not that much money on Xbox. Xbox Live, but they like the game. So that's how they're gonna slowly start phasing out the hardware. They did that same shit when they was building computers in the 90s, and then they just start partnering with Dell and just put their operating system everywhere. Like you have games, laptops, Dell, what's the fucking Asus. Who else? You got the fucking things that come up with the video shields that have versions of Windows on it. Like Microsoft don't give a fuck. They just want to be there. I think it's a good idea, but not right now. Put it on PlayStation and see how well it'll be received. Not for the fanboys, but voting with your wallet. If they buy the game, put more games there. That way you can have your games everywhere. Then you won't need a console. I'm sure xCloud is going to come to Sony phones. Yes, they still exist. I'm sure xClouds are going to come to Androids. They're already there. They're going to go back to iPhones. But a game service will never take off unless it's on a gaming console. EA, what's that? EA Access
Yeah.
grew on Xbox and it came to PlayStation. It grew there. Game Pass grew on a device. It had to be there. Games have to grow on a device, no matter. Like you think them games that you download from the App Store and the Google Play Store or the Amazon Store on them tablets that says free and just says get, you download them and they have microtransactions. The one that says in-game purchases, Microsoft knows they don't need the Xbox. They just put it there so they can have something to say. Because even if the games do come to PlayStation, they can say it's already been here. It's already been 4K. It's already been 60 frames. Been there, done that. Now you're just getting leftovers. They could brag about that too. They say the only reason you had this game is because we gave it to you. That goes a long way than it just being locked to your system. Like say if God of War went to Xbox, you know how big that would be. But then Sony could say we only have this game because we gave it to you. A game like fucking Days Gone, that shit go to PC, people will have a fit because it's actually a good game. But yeah, I think they will crucify Phil, but at the same time, the game would be successful. So at the end, Microsoft is making money. They won't give a fuck because their goal in the end, like any corporation, is to make money. But I can't be
Well,
biased and
look,
say
man.
Microsoft doesn't
I'm gonna
really say.
say this is all good for business, not console wars or gamers discussing things or fanboys arguing or whatever people want to call what we do. It's not good for us as the gamers, right? Because there's just one more reason for them not to be competitive. We're already looking at Xbox fans like they're fucking clowns. There's nothing they say or do that really makes sense because they're the people that they support. They are not ready to compete, and I don't think they want to. You know, they might have their
Microsoft,
battle armor on, but they are not ready to fight, and they don't want to fight.
Microsoft.
Yeah, the Xbox game division, they don't want to fight PlayStation head to head, bro. No. They'll wait until
Like,
PlayStation trips down the steps or if PlayStation is late to a fucking meeting, then they'll try to claim victory like the sneaky snakes that they are. But I don't see Xbox really ready to go head to head, face to face with PlayStation. No, bro, they're not.
because how could you? Like, what you
I
gonna do?
know. That's what I'm saying. You can only do it if PlayStation fucks up. Then Xbox feels that they're good enough to compete, which is a really fucked up type of scenario that your competitor has to miss a step for you to feel like you have a chance to beat them at all.
hmm It is, but then again, when your best fruit victory was based off of that, you're gonna keep that same mentality. Like the 360 was a fluke, and Microsoft knew that shit. They even said it. We was afraid that if we didn't get before Sony, it would have been over. They know, in order for them to do good, PlayStation has to do bad, and that's fucked up to say.
Yeah.
But then again, that's what they're used to. I mean, the only time I seen like them win NPDs and was when either they had a new system or PlayStation was seem old or there was nothing new happening for them. Like when they won the NPDs in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
the series, I mean the 1S that came out, it had the Blu-ray player. You was able to say, "Oh, we have a Blu-ray player." Sony is a major player in Blu-ray, and they don't even have one like that. That's marketing techniques you're supposed to. But then again, if you can't do good by yourself, why you even have the system out? If you're not ready and you don't want to seem weak, okay, I get that. You don't want to seem weak, like, okay, we're waiting on PlayStation to do bad so we could get started. That's bad. That's very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's embarrassing because you're Microsoft at this point. Your name has been involved in gaming for how long now?
A
Fucking
long
20 years
time.
at this point? 20 years, 2 decades you've been around. It don't matter if it's not November 15th. 20 years you've been around. It's your time to shine, your time to show what you could do. Not what you could do when Sony is not doing something. Like right now would have been a perfect time for Microsoft to drop in games, but they don't have it. That's the problem I have. I don't think the Xbox Series X really came out last year.
I don't either,
And the
man.
worst thing is that it launched 2 days before PlayStation. You're the first up. You're the first console everybody was able to get. I see the Xbox Series X outsold the PS5 in the UK, which is true. It did. Why are you not talking about that? That should be something you're talking about. Brag about that shit. The PlayStation, the almighty popular PlayStation, they lost to us. Why the fuck you not talking about that? Like niggas is dumb, man. Like at this point, just leave if you're not going to compete. Don't just
Look,
be there to be a
that's
fucking
what I'm
nuisance.
saying. Why do you pussyfoot around exiting the comp, like just exiting? Look,
Because they mean
I'm
they
gonna be
lost.
honest. If they leave, Nintendo by default will want to stay relevant because if they don't have, okay, PlayStation's target is Xbox. They want to destroy Xbox. Nintendo gets to play around in the corner with their little toys and shit, and nobody bothers Nintendo. PC
Mhm.
doesn't have an owner, so there's nothing there. It's an open platform. It's like, hey, you want to put your games over there? You can. But there's no real fucking challenge over there. If Xbox leaves, PlayStation will turn its attention to Nintendo, and Nintendo won't fucking give up. They will fucking fight, and I will love that type of Nintendo, the one that wants to fight and make better games and have a compelling console for once in their lives. Why? Why are they waiting? It's not just a question for you, Spartan. I'm looking at the chat. Why is Microsoft waiting? What is taking them so long to leave? They had two failed consoles, generation back to back. Yes, the Xbox Series X, I'm calling it, will be a failure. A system with no AAA award-winning exclusives in sight will definitely be a failure. And we know they don't have one of those. And I did say one. They don't even have one game that could be a AAA award-winning title. So Halo will not be that game. We know it won't. So what do? They don't have any exclusives. They just have a powerful system. It's basically a fucking PC situation at this point. So what do?
Mm-hmm.
Why wait? You shouldn't even made this system. Shouldn't even wasted all that money for Microsoft or the revenue that you got from Xbox. It doesn't matter where the money came from. Why waste it? If you was gonna go put your games on other people's platforms and make a lot of money there, just go on and do it. Put the Game Pass app on all platforms. Call it a day.
Jay, the day a Naughty Dog game sold better than a Xbox game, I knew it was over. Think about it. Uncharted 4 overtook that shit. Like that, I think was the end right there. When they tried to get Rise of the Tomb Raider to counter Uncharted,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
I
killed
remember
it
that.
for
Yeah.
Fallout 4. The day that happened, and they lost with.
Bro, did you back out or what? What happened? What just happened now? Hello? Spartan, something might be wrong with your phone. I'll wait for him. But yeah, man, I don't. I'm gonna talk to the chat real quick. I don't understand what's taking them so long. If they don't want to compete face to face with PlayStation instead of wait until they turn their back or they fuck up, then hey, let me go read this shit. Vegan VR King, you can join in anytime, bro. I would love to hear from you too. You said public image. They gonna let Xbox slowly die and claim they let it die because they want to put Game Pass and Rocus. Okay. I mean, they can claim a slow victory, but it's still their
bro.
fault.
My supervisor had called me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they can claim
my time sheet, bro.
Oh. So, Vegan, by the way, Vegan said that Microsoft is waiting because they want to let Xbox slowly die, and they want to claim they let it die because they want to put Game Pass on other platforms or something like that. So it's like, I mean, Xbox won't die if their fans still support the system, but the thing is, Xbox, like Phil Spencer and the fans don't even like the system. They're all hyping that shit up, but they don't even like the system enough to buy it and support it. So everyone's letting Xbox die. Microsoft refused to let them die. Microsoft could have said, fuck it, bro. Game Pass ain't doing good. We're killing the whole thing. We're not bringing out a new system, but Somebody, and a lot of people keep telling me they're making a lot of revenue off of something in Xbox. I'm hearing it's Xbox Live Gold subscriptions. Uh, I'm not hearing a lot about Xbox Game Pass being a source of revenue that keeps them relevant to Microsoft. But I don't think it's going to be able to carry that whole division for the next 7 years. What they're making off of Game Pass, what they're making off of Xbox Live Gold subscriptions is not keeping them afloat. That's why they tried to increase the money. Do you understand why it's full circle? All of this bullshit we've been talking about, and it comes around to they really weren't making a lot of money. Because if they were making enough money to carry the whole game division off of just Xbox Live Gold, then they would have never tried to increase it by 100%. Charging you double for the whole year. It's just a matter of when they're going to admit it to themselves and let it happen. Right now, you're basically Xbox is on life support.
That shit had me dying, bro. When I seen it, I was like, wait. Because I wasn't, I'm not on Twitter. So when I seen that, I was like, when I seen it, and I was like, they didn't do that. And then I seen it, I was like, are you fucking serious? It was real.
What did they do?
Like they really they really fucking doubled the price. I was like,
oh yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you for real? You didn't even do shit to add value. I would get it if you added like Game Pass. You already got Game Pass Ultimate. So what was the point of doubling up? I would get it if you just put that all access. Look, if you put like all access in it, where you get the free Xbox and all that shit, that would be different. But even $120 a year, that would be different. If you get a system and you get the fucking box, you get Game Pass, Live, that would be perfect. That would have been totally fucking acceptable. But you added absolutely nothing to Live. Live has been worse than PSN last gen. Game Pass, you already have an alternative for Game Pass Ultimate, $15 a month, or $180 a year. You already have a service, so why are you doubling it? There was no reason. And it's real. Like, they planned for that shit to be okay. They didn't backtrack. They just said they didn't. They have the cards already. I seen that video, that photo of it. There was a fucking warehouse stack of it. Those wasn't fake. Those was real Xbox Live cards. Because if you got the back of it, the codes they have, when you scratch off the silver part, the code above, it shows you it's a product of Microsoft Corp and everything. And you see if it's sold at like Walmart and all that shit. You see it. That wasn't right. You're not giving your gamers games. I mean, they're not buying it, so I agree. Like, so it's not all your fault. But at least give them something more. Like, if you have, like, say if you had like the whole backwards compatibility library on Game Pass, like from 360 and all that shit, that would be different. But my nigga, you didn't do anything. You just said, I'm doubling the price. That's fucked up, man, to me. They treat their gamers like shit. The gamers treat Microsoft like shit, and they treat each other like shit.
I agree. But this all goes back to some stuff I've also saw on Twitter. And one of the things is, I do want to get a visual for you guys, but I saw on Twitter that there was a lot of Xboxes somewhere. And then I also had saw that there were a lot of Xboxes in Japan, and we're talking about 360s and Xbox Ones. I don't like using ship numbers because ship numbers doesn't really reflect on how many people own the system. I'm not going to be talking about the PlayStation sales numbers this year because we know a lot of scalpers have those systems, and it doesn't reflect on how many people can actually play these games, because if a scalper has 20, 40, 50, or maybe 100 PS5s that they've stockpiled, that's a lot of gamers that can't play on a PS5. But from what I'm seeing, there are a lot of situations where Xbox is just not selling their system.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to understand, why is any Xbox fan that I have not seen, by the way, just giving you guys a clear image. I haven't seen it, but I've heard Xbox fans are bragging about sales. I know they didn't like to buy the Xbox One, so why would they buy the Xbox Series X? That's the question.
Cause think about it. Why you think
They
they have
wouldn't.
to?
That's the answer. The question is, they didn't buy the Xbox One. We know there's some people will move over from Xbox One to the Series X, but they're not going to buy it on the level or past the level of that of how many how many units were sold of the Xbox One. So let's say the Xbox One is sitting at, everybody's going to tell me 40 million, right? So let's go around 40 million. Xbox One has sold around 40 million consoles, a little bit lower or a little bit before. I don't know, right? 40 million consoles sold. A lot of those motherfuckers are not going to switch over because you already have Game Pass, right? You're already getting a good amount of those games. They're available on the Xbox. From the bragging point that we were listening to, Spartan, a lot of Xbox fans had the Xbox One X, the more powerful system already. So if they already had the more powerful system, they definitely weren't going to go for the weaker Xbox Series system, which was the S. They would be going for the X. But why would you go for the Xbox Series X when you already have the Xbox One X and it's playing most of those games in a resolution or a frame rate that you like? So there's really no reason to upgrade. And there's no real exclusives over there that you can't play on Xbox One. So I don't expect a lot of Xbox fans to actually have the system. Not a lot of you guys are bragging. The individuals I've saw on Twitter, they are playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or were. These guys are playing a majority of just nothing but multiplats. That's just what you guys do. You have nothing to make your system stick out. So I guess you get on the internet and you talk about what Digital Foundry has showed you or told you, and that's pretty much it. But I know a lot of you guys didn't want to buy the last system because it was losing early on, and I don't think you guys want to buy this system now. You might not want to believe this early that it's losing, but it has less exclusives than the Xbox One when it launched. And that number is 0. So who would buy the world's most powerful console with nothing that's going to take advantage of that power? And don't sit up there and tell me about some fucking multi-platforms by third-party developers. No, we're talking about first-party developers that's going to max your system out on whatever beautiful AAA quality exclusive they're going to put for your make for your system. They don't have that dedication over there. They need that dedication, man. They have so many studios, but I don't see anybody that can pull off what Sony Santa Monica or Insomniac or Sucker Punch or Naughty Dog, any of these guys can do. They just don't care. Des, let me read some of these chats. Sorry, guys. I'm seeing all of it before me. Des says, if PS5 increases the gap and reach 40 to 50 million, Xbox will pack it up and be third-party service. I don't think it. Yeah, I do too, but I don't think PlayStation can do that because they're having a huge problem, and that's producing enough consoles. And it's not because they're selling out when they hit the market. It's just they can't produce enough. There's something there. Like, I heard Adam and somebody else tell me about it.
Semiconductors.
Hmm?
Semiconductors.
Yeah, that and something with the chip. They can't produce enough.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't produce enough chips, the semiconductors, and probably, the warehouses and stuff. But they can't produce enough systems to give them the lead to kick Xbox out or give Xbox the notice that, hey, bro, you've been defeated and there's no way for you to make a comeback. the only real way for Xbox to make a comeback is to acquire more big publishers that have a lot of popular fan favorite developers underneath of them, and to keep those games only on Xbox. But I don't see Microsoft doing that. They should.
They can't. They don't have no faith in their own community, and that's
Exactly. And it's the thing. If you go spend all that money, but you put those games on Game Pass, it defeats the whole purpose of you buying that fucking company.
But it's their fucking fault, the gamers, because Microsoft wasn't doing that, and it was giving them straight up games. They didn't buy it.
There you go.
That was their fucking fault. So they can't get mad at Microsoft for not putting out quality games, because when they did, they didn't buy it. Because y'all was so bothered about the launch and how it's being received. So what? So what? People gonna say what they want to say. These little kids think they're gonna control what people say. That's not how life works. People say what they want to say. Like with Sony, they had a fuck ups on PS3. Did they stop? No, they kept going. When Microsoft had this Wii U and it wasn't too well received, what did they do? Put out a game for it. Low key. They came up with another system and stopped putting out games instantly. Microsoft didn't do that. They rolled the wave out and they keep waiting for PlayStation. That's the problem. They're too big of PlayStation fans. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Microsoft themselves. The reason they really got into game release because PlayStation and Nintendo made it to $1 billion business. So Microsoft keeps waiting for Sony, and the Forza, their main racer is because of Gran Turismo. The Halo, they just took that from Apple. Apple won't, so they will have a hit. They did good with Halo. Gears of War, they did good with that. But after those three, they just took over other people's shit. Like when they bought out Rare, they didn't push Rare IPs no more. They had all third-party shit. They had JRPG. They had fucking Capcom games from last gen. They owned most of Capcom and Square Enix last gen, and Microsoft was still able to get their games. They didn't push it. They just pushed their own shit. And it suffered, because once those studios got back on their feet, they didn't need Microsoft. They partner with them, yeah, for money here and there, but you don't push their games. That's the problem. That's the mistake Microsoft makes. They don't market. And the funny thing is, Microsoft is literally in every single device we have today. There's a part of Microsoft in it. There's a part of Microsoft in it. Like the iPhone we have right now, that I have, the company that designed it wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Microsoft. Apple would not exist today if it wasn't for Microsoft. The TVs, the operating systems, the Android operating system, Android didn't get its own start, nigga. You had Microsoft really help them with it. You think Linux-based fucking operating systems got their own start without Microsoft devs working with it? There's a piece of Microsoft in everywhere, so they should market they shit. Like, have more faith. Be Microsoft. There should be no reason why people are saying be greater. That shouldn't be attached with God of War. It should be attached with some company like Microsoft. Y'all are $1 trillion company. Almost $2 trillion at this point. You're Microsoft. Act like it. Act like it. That's my problem. They have hits under their belt. They gamers will not buy it. And then they complain about it. Don't ask Microsoft. Bring back Conquer. Bring back Banjo. Get back Splinter Cell. Get back other shit. There's a lot of IPs Microsoft owns. Around almost 200 of them.
Hey, bro, are you watching the podcast? Big shout out to the 61 people that we have. Hit that like button, man. Let's try to see if we can get those likes to 40. I want you to watch. I'm about to go change the screen. Because everything you're saying is true. Just straight up facts. But there are people that make that shit not happen. Let me go show you. Yeah, but they're not helping the situation with that type of following that they have led away from pressuring Microsoft on what type of games they want. They had completely forgotten about that. Now what they care about is, hey, what do those specs look like? What do the frame rates and the resolutions look like? They completely forgot about
What the
wanting good
fuck does it
games.
matter? Fuck does that matter?
Exactly.
'Cause you
So
think back in the days when you was growing up, bro, I didn't give a fuck about I heard about 16, 18, I mean 6, 8
18-bit,
bit,
yeah, all of
6
that
bit,
shit. We
32
never
bit.
really knew what the fuck it meant.
We never knew what it meant, but we know it looks more cooler now. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like more real. Right, 32 bit now is how games are programmed. 16 bit when PlayStation came in. I swear to God, bro. When you see 3D type games, when you see characters with arms, that doesn't look like sticks. It looks like fully like my arm. Even though it wasn't too pretty, when you see characters with a nose like yours, eyes like yours, their
Mm-hmm.
mouth move like yours, that was cool. That was fun. But I cared about how fun the game was. That's why I love Gran Turismo, because they care more about the cars, what you're looking at, and what's the focus, than everything else. That's what I loved about gaming. It was fun. It was passion. Not to just make it just to say, okay, let's see what we can do, how it looks. Uh-uh. There's one game that I think really was successful, even though we might say it's trash. But I think the last game that was really successful that devs put passion in, that's on Xbox, is PUBG.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the last time. Why? Because they made that game, it ran bad on Xbox, they fixed it. Xbox gamers bought that fucking game. I was proud of them for that.
Mm-hmm.
That game sold over 10 million on Xbox. I don't matter if they got 40, that's impressive. That was good. They supported that game on a PlayStation. Gamers did. That was excellent. I really applaud them for that. I cared about the games. I don't give a fuck with the resolution and frame rate, even though I prefer frame rates. The game is gonna look how it looks anyway. If the game is fun, why the fuck do I care how it looks? Games like Mario looks fun as fuck, and that shit was out. Back in the days, that shit was like literally less than 360p
Yeah. So listen,
from 1985.
we got
Looking
individuals like this that are the mouthpiece of the Xbox community. And when people watch them, support them, and agree with them, Microsoft looks at those responses. And don't think that they're not. People that work for Microsoft, people work for the Xbox division, they're looking at the responses of the people that would listen to influencers like Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood has got promoted from crazy Xbox fan to influencer. When you're sitting at 100,000 subscribers and you have a lot of idiots watching you all the fucking time and listening to you and regurgitating what you told them, you're an influencer. And he has influenced the opinions of people that I believe used to be Xbox gamers. Now they're just crazy Xbox fanboys, to stray away from telling a developer or a company, a studio, what they want. Now they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. At least it's going to Game Pass. Oh, this multiplat looks better than the multiplat on your system. Like, that's all they care about now. They don't care about if a game is good or not because it's going on Game Pass. And then they sit up there and say, oh, the frame rate and resolution? Yeah, we're just going to use that same game that they also released on your platform. And if it looks a little bit better, we're going to claim victory. If you wonder why you're not getting a Banjo-Kazooie remake, if you're wondering why Perfect Dark took so long, if you wonder why a lot of the shit that you saw get announced last year won't be out for the next 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4 or 5, this is why. You guys don't care, and they see that you don't care. You've been okay getting little to nothing from them for the last 2 or 3 years of the last generation. So they're looking at you guys like, you guys don't care. I mean, you can wait a couple more years, you know. Maybe wait 4, 5 years for the next big game that we put out there. Halo was going to be that big game, but obviously it wasn't going to be finished. It was going to look like shit. And they had to hear that from people outside of their ecosystem. They had to listen to PlayStation fans, PC fans, gaming industry veterans tell them how shitty Halo looked for them to delay the game. If we didn't all speak up, they would have brought it out. because the
You could
Xbox
tell.
fans didn't want. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't
No,
care.
not even that, bro. Look at the Xbox Series Xbox. It's Halo everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, it's Halo on a back of the box, big as day. I just
I
want to
don't
take
feel
a
bad.
look at the
I don't
next
get. I
guy.
don't feel bad for the 60 saying.
Oh,
Why
I
should you
don't
feel bad
either.
for it?
I mean, look, I think that if you call yourself a gamer and you have an Xbox, you probably own some sort of a PlayStation system, whether it's a 4 or a 5.
If
Uh,
you don't, that don't bother me if you don't. But I just want you to support your games and stop complaining about them.
I
Because
agree.
if you don't got the money, bro, just say that, bro. Nobody's gonna look at you different ways. People can't not people. If you're gonna say you're broke and everything, people say what they want to say. But believe it, there's people in gaming that if you don't have it, bro, they will sit there and they will buy you one. Like Craig, like J Dub was buying Xbox niggas the Xbox.
Hmm.
He was buying more shit for other people than everybody. So don't think that people out there would just be like, "Oh, you broke, you're a bum, you can't afford it." It's an expensive hobby. If you can't afford it, bro, and you want to be cocky about it, get the fuck out of gaming. But if you really want to, and you just can't afford it, or you live in an area, people will buy you one. Either you gotta pay it back, or they'll just do it out the kindness of their heart. Me, I would. Like, there's good people out there. Say something and stop trying to just be a part of it. If you can't, bro, you can. But don't come in here just to talk about gaming, just to be an asshole and say, "Oh, I like this because my friend likes this," and don't do that
Hmm.
because that makes you looks like an asshole.
Let's. I want you guys to look at what's going on. Dealer Gaming, right? His
What's up
banner,
with it?
his banner consists of Xbox games. You see a car for Forza, you see Halo and Gears. Then I believe you see the main character for Cyberpunk, which is a failed game. He didn't know
Hmm.
that at the time that he got this banner made. Then on the other side, on the left hand side, you got Witcher, which is a very very old game, by the way. That's the Witcher 3 character model. So that's a
Xbox,
yeah, that's a
Xbox really supports the
very
console.
old game. And then you got Batman, and we haven't had a Batman Arkham game in some time now. So you can see that he's not even thinking about modern day games. Like these are old games. The only new one he got is that one right there, which is Cyberpunk. I don't know what the other one is. But if you go down to his videos, he really doesn't care about video games. It's console war. It's toxicity. His thumbnails provide you with nothing but the ugly ass Xbox Series X console with big ass words made to attract people to click on his videos. That's how it is. And once you click on the videos, you probably see a montage of some gameplay that he's collected from other people, or maybe he's made a collage of it from himself. He talks about some bullshit, doesn't really even matter, and does not solve the problem. The Xbox fans look up to people like Dealer Gaming and Call Eastwood because they believe that if they click on their videos, they will make everything okay. They will tell them what they want to hear in order to make the situation sound not so bad. I'm letting you guys know, in the real world, nothing they tell you is making a difference. Not a
With them,
damn thing.
the YouTubers or Microsoft?
No, these guys, the YouTubers.
Oh yeah,
These influencers, Dealer and Cult, are not changing the discussion.
perception,
Yeah.
perception.
Because look, if they were doing their job, they were like, okay, bro, this situation is shitty. We need to all talk to Xbox and Microsoft about changing this shit. We need this game. We want this. We need this. We need that. Bro, when PlayStation fans were like had enough of PlayStation fucking up with the PS3, motherfuckers were critical as shit and still are. Even with the PS4. Until they got on the ball and they
PS5, bro.
huh?
Even with the PS5, the fucking Core one and all of that, they made videos. They showed this the issues I'm having.
Exactly. And they fixed it. Now, I mean, a lot of things haven't been fixed yet with the PS5, so I don't want to say that. But there was a lot of big bitching about. I was bitching about it too. It was
You know Marlon Gaming?
huh?
You know Marlon Gaming?
I know of him. I don't watch his content, but I do know of
Yeah.
him.
Okay. Yeah, he had that experience for shit with PS5, and he made videos, and people was calling him a liar. PlayStation dudes calling him a liar. He showed you live that his shit was turning off and his TV was just black. And guess what? They sent him another PlayStation. It's
Oh,
like
okay. I remember that dude
petty.
now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did. He
Yeah.
had problems. Well, didn't he get the? They gave him a like an early model, right?
He had an
Yeah.
early model because he
Yeah.
had a
Okay.
testing.
Yeah, he had the testing one. Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, bro, if you have a problem, you should always speak the fuck up because if not, it's gonna provide you and the rest of the gaming community with a bigger problem that we just won't get fixed. So if we want better games, we should talk to them about better games. We want a multiplayer. PlayStation gave us a multiplayer game within the first 2.5 months of the system being out, and that was Destruction All Stars. You also had multiplayer in Sackboy with 4-player co-op, competitive and co-op mode, and Demon Souls, and so on and so on. People wanted
Tsushima's carried over.
exactly. Oh yeah, the co-op on Ghost of Tsushima. People wanted a similar thing to Game Pass, right? PlayStation listened to a degree, and they gave what 20 something games away on PlayStation Plus collection for PS5
hmm
owners. You know, some of the best PS4 titles. The majority of them are getting fucking updated.
And that wasn't even the answer to Game Pass. I was just starting you off.
hmm
And they
So
also complained about the price of PS Now, and look what they did. They allowed you to do downloads. They lowered the price.
exactly, they lowered the price. They did the downloads. They added more games, new games.
Hmm
Highly critically acclaimed games every month, whether it's a first party exclusive or it's a third party multiplat. You continue to get content poured into PlayStation Now every month. There were a lot of problems with a lot of shit that PlayStation was doing. Remember the name change? They were tired of hearing people bitch about it. They found a way to change that shit. You know? Xbox fans, they have to act quick because this is the last chance they're going to have. This is the last generation that they're going to be able to participate in as fanboys of a company that has a system. Let me put it that way. Because in the future, the company they support will no longer have a system to buy in stores. And if they're not speaking up about the things they don't like or that they don't think is going to benefit them in the future, they need to say something. Like going straight to nothing but Game Pass is not going to benefit you guys in the future, bro. Because Game Pass can be played on any fucking platform. As soon as they make like some sort of a service model, like Netflix, bro, it's over. It's over, bro. Once they have that shit down packed, it's done. They won't need a fucking box. So, hey, these are not the people you should be listening to. I mean, I know they're going to make the situation sound like it's better, but in reality, has anything really changed? Have you gotten a new Forza game? Halo got pushed back all the way to fall. And by the way, the Forza you guys saw last year still doesn't have a release date.
Shit doesn't have a name.
Yeah,
It's just
it
Forza.
doesn't even have a name. It's just fucking Forza. So I mean, again, be careful who you guys follow, man, because they don't really care. Like somebody told me before, bro, or he was talking bad about me. The dude was like, cult is only about the money, and he called me and Crap Gamer irrelevant because we spoke out, and what we stand for is different from what cult stands for. Gave this dude accolades. Cult just cares about the money. He's making tons of money off of you guys. And if he can get that deal hammered out with Microsoft, where he is working for them officially, and has office space in the Xbox headquarters, which is his dream, he's not going to care two shits about anything, about how games sell or what somebody says or any of that. He won't give a fuck, man. I'm letting you guys know. If you guys love exclusives, you need to tell Microsoft you guys love exclusives. I mean, y'all should have spoke the fuck up when, what was that shit called, Spartan? Xbox Play Everywhere? That was the
Play
first,
Anywhere?
yeah, that was the first thing, man. That's when they first tried to put games on PC. And nobody, like, Crap Gamer spoke up like a motherfucker, bro. Big shout out to this dude. Like, started out as a crazy Xbox fan. And he saw where Microsoft was going early and spoke out. And people hated him for that. They didn't.
Quantum Break was announced, right? They say Phil clowns him and everything, but look, he was right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, a lot of these guys that some of the Xbox community members follow these days, they don't really care. They don't care.
Wait, didn't Microsoft give the rights back to Remedy for Quantum Break? Or was that Alan Wake? Which one was it?
I don't know which one it was. I don't really keep up with them. I'm not gonna lie. If I could just guess, I think it's Alan Wake.
Because when you were saying old games that come to PlayStation earlier, right? Quantum Break would be a good game to go. That would be a good idea to rejuvenate some interest. I think Microsoft should have went after Remedy for Quantum Break 2 instead of Control.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, it really is up to Microsoft. It really is up to Phil Spencer. Like, do they care enough, or do they care enough to pretend
no,
that they
no.
care?
To be
Like,
honest with you, it's not up. It's not up to Phil. Bro. It's up to the community. They got to speak up, bro. It can't just be Microsoft. You can't put the blame on them. Because remember, they're people too.
yeah, look. I mean, at
They
this
gotta,
point,
they
it's
gotta
so
listen to us.
confusing because one side did good and the other side did good in different eras. The Xbox community really spoke up and told Microsoft what they wanted during the 360 era, right? And
They were
then,
told what they wanted. Actually, Microsoft just did it. They just said people want whatever PlayStation had. That's what people
no,
didn't speak
I
up.
think when it came to the online infrastructure, when they started
Yes,
to
that
evolve
was
it,
correct.
yeah, the
That was
fans
correct.
really did mold that type of community and that infrastructure. But what I like from Microsoft is how they started off the Xbox One. Not with the Connect bullshit or the pricing, but they did give them exclusives the first 2 to 3 years. They gave them new IPs. The
They
fans
did.
just didn't want them.
They even marketed them very
Yeah.
well. They
Titanfall,
even
Quantum Break, Sunset
Rise,
Overdrive,
Recall,
Rise. I
Overdrive.
mean, you
Yeah,
guys got a lot of new IPs and they just didn't support it.
I mean, a game like Rise should have been a fucking hit
Yeah,
too.
Room
I feel like a
Mamba,
God
you're
of War
right,
type of.
bro. Salty Gamer woke up too. And I'm
Yeah.
not really sure if ML Major Muscle Bound Gamer is legit. I still don't trust that dude. He's probably doing it for the same reason that Call Eastwood
Trust
does
me.
what he does, for the money. But he
What?
seemingly has switched over to PlayStation, but much
No, he
later. Yeah. So he
switched
doesn't feel legit compared to somebody like Crap Gamer or Salty. He just doesn't feel legit to me.
Nah, Salty seemed more legit. Salty and Jazz, GMG, seem more pissed off to me. I just found a disappointment and is getting enraged. That's what they seem. Most of all, given this, I'm like, okay, I have news. If I switch to PlayStation, I get more PlayStation people, and da 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 da. He seemed like that to me, the type of use PlayStation. I don't see him as a legit PlayStation dude now. I don't see anybody as a real PlayStation dude because nobody should be boxed himself in um box himself into one platform. But if they like the games, okay. But just labeling yourself this kind of guy, no. Even you, sick, who like got no first PlayStation, right? I wouldn't call myself a PlayStation guy at all because I have a Nintendo console.
I don't call myself a guy. I just call myself a gamer. I call myself a PlayStation gamer.
That's just you shit,
I
bro.
see. I wear that shit with a badge of honor because I play my fucking games. So if people gonna sit up here, hey Jay, he's a PlayStation gamer, I respect that. Don't call me a fan because see, most of the time fans don't actually support that shit that they speech. You know,
They just talk about it.
they
Yeah.
just talk about it. Like
And
most
they know
football
somebody who
fans, you
don't.
think most football fans are actually active athletes? Do you really think they go outside and throw the ball? Fuck no. They'll buy that jersey though and that hat, and they'll buy
Yeah,
the
of course.
season tickets to watch other people play. But do you think they really gonna go play sometimes? No, they're not. And that's why I don't like people when they call me PlayStation fan. Because I'm a fucking gamer. I'm playing the fucking game. I'm not just talking shit. If I was a fan, I would be talking and bragging about Destruction All Stars but never play it. Just like the Xbox fans that brag about the medium but won't play it.
I've seen Smooth play Destruction All Stars.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you know what? I did not see him play
Smooth,
Destruction All Stars, but I really want to see that. So
watch it. That's actually
that's
it's not
something I
bad.
need to watch because
That's
I'm
okay.
pretty sure he does his best. But I've been on Destruction All Stars so much, I've actually ran across a couple people in our community, and a lot of people have actually reached out because they've just seen me on there so much. You know,
hmm
it's not
You know,
it's a small community, but it's really nice, bro. Let me go
yeah,
see what Kid Smooth
you
do.
know what's funny? The people who call themselves Xbox dudes and fanboys
Mm.
will actually play. They will actually play PlayStation games. That's the funny shit. Like Kid Smooth, he actually will
Yeah,
go out and play it.
I
That's what I like
respect the
about him,
dude. He might suck at it, but I respect him for doing that.
right? And he didn't even admit that. That he prefers Xbox. You can see his. He, you know, he's a fanboy.
Oh yeah, Xbox is definitely the worst box.
That's not the worst box. It's just the worst marketed box. It's the worst supported box. There's nothing wrong with the hardware. There's something wrong with the people who buy the hardware. That's the problem.
But I've talked to Big Money. I've talked to a lot of other people about the Banjo Kazooie thing. They don't really care about it. What the Xbox fans really want that you know they were older when they brought the Xbox because a
hmm
lot of those that was that type of system. So a lot of Xbox fans, the original Xbox fans, they were probably already in their 20s, 30s, or 40s at that time. So they don't like kid games at all. They don't like colorful games at all. But I
Really?
don't think you can ask Microsoft to continuously produce realistic AAA games because they just nobody has it like that, especially if you're not gonna buy those games. You know,
hmm
so don't expect Microsoft to keep giving those type of games because they're not. And you see, and they should see that shit with the Game Pass library that's coming out this year. A lot of those games are very colorful, not even owned by Microsoft, and came from another platform, which was PC. So
hmm
you got to support some of the small shit to get the stuff you really want. I know that more than anybody. Not a big fan of indies, but
Oh yeah.
it is what it is. You know,
Keep in mind. Keep
sometimes
in
you
mind.
gotta support
Nintendo.
that shit.
Jay.
Hmm?
Jay. Keep in mind. Nintendo was a card company that founded in 1889. Look what Nintendo is now. We wouldn't have gaming without Nintendo. They saved a whole division in America and a Japanese company. Be forever grateful to have somebody like Nintendo. PlayStation took that even further. 360 wouldn't have had that start if it wasn't for PlayStation. That's all they do is take away from PlayStation. PlayStation made Xbox what it is today, just like Nintendo made PlayStation to what it is today. Be grateful, bastards, that you had those companies. Stop trying to beat them, respect them, and build your own. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Buy your games, play them, cherish them, because when the console is not there anymore, you're gonna miss it. I can
Exactly,
guarantee you.
bro. I
You
remember
see what
what
happened
happened
with
with
Sega, right?
Dreamcast, bro. Yeah, I was about to say.
Say, remember that? People always made a big deal. When Sega is gone, now everybody, I want Sega. I want Microsoft to buy Sega. I wish Sega could come back. What happens when Sega was already here?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm glad Sony beat out Sega, but like, because Sega was going the route Microsoft's going. They started to focus on only certain games instead of all of the games. I don't want Microsoft to make that same mistake, and they already are. In Forza, we don't say that for no reason to tease them. That's legit only thing they market because they don't want their own major IPs to have a competition. But then again, how do you build up your IPs without competition? You would think Horizon Zero Dawn would got as big as it did. Nigga, you have Guerrilla Games competing with Naughty Dog. The one game. You have Insomniac competing with Naughty Dog, and they've been around each other. They used to be in the same studio. But Guerrilla Games, who never got thought of like that, competing with Naughty Dog. You have Sony Ben creating an open world game that y'all comparing to The Last of Us. You have Naughty Dog competing with Rockstar, who used to just make Uncharted and kiddie games. Now they're like an equivalent to Rockstar, who's been around forever. There's no hope for Xbox if they don't get their shit together.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Kid Smooth talk shit about like Destruction All Stars, but I'm hoping I don't see him talk shit when he plays something like this, where you're some food on a dinner table and you're fighting other food. When like I heard from certain people that you don't do a lot in Destruction All Stars, and it's boring because you keep doing the same thing over and over. But he's playing a game where he's some fucking corn and he's fighting a burger and some gelatin, and he's on a small ass table. Yeah,
It's boring, and you do the same thing.
That's what I'm hearing people say from Destruction All Stars. They have 4 different modes.
Jay,
Every match is completely different.
Is it Xbox people?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely Xbox people.
Okay, so let me ask you something. What's the top played games on Xbox? Call of Duty and those type of games, right?
Fortnite, Assassin's Creed.
Can I ask you something? In those games, don't you do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again? You die, you respawn, you kill somebody, you die, respawn. Isn't that what you do all the time? You jump out of a bus or whatever, you parachute in, and then you get equipment, you try to survive. If you lose, next match, you do the same thing over and over again. Right? So how is it boring if you play games to do just that? Oops. I just said destruction. I was just boring. I can't even say that. Fuck.
Guys,
Yeah.
it is 4:42. I'm jumping out this motherfucker in the next 18 minutes. But we're going to wrap it up.
You should have been jumping.
I know. I'm going to wrap this shit up with one match with this dude. Destruction All Stars, just in case the people that viewing this did not see what the game is about. I'm going to show you what it's about. I have some video clips that I captured by I was playing by myself. It does seem like the box character is making fun of Xbox. I do have some sound bites, and it's like he says, "It's okay that I lose. I'm used to it," or something. He's really made it apparent that he is a play on a Xbox fan.
He's green too.
Yeah, and he has that X right there, but he has an X on his cape too. You're gonna see this shit. Just keep watching. Now this is what's funny. In the in his truck, he has all these boxes, but nobody knows what's in the boxes. I'm thinking they're Xboxes. But just keep
Yo,
watching.
man.
Watch me play this real quick. This is the last thing we gonna see, and then we gonna be up out of here. But just watch this, man. I knew that he was like, I looked at him as an Xbox character, but I was just trolling. But then I played him and listened to what the fuck he says. Yes,
Yeah.
he's a fucking Xbox character.
The fact that his head is a box, it should be.
Okay, look at him.
Crazy.
Look at this dude run, and look at his cape. Look, it's an X on his fucking cape. Bro, I'm telling you. Watch this shit, bro. Watch this shit.
Yo.
Oh, what did I fucking do?
Yo, man.
And you
What
see,
if somebody mods it?
I mean, you could mod it to more of an Xbox character, but you could even see on the fucking his car, bro. Like, by the way, I went to the wrong section. No, I didn't.
His
I was
car
in-
even has an X. Has an X. I'm fucking dead, bro. Sony are wicked.
Bro, I know, bro. This is not the first time they took cheap shots at Xbox with a video game.
What if this was a bleeding edge disc?
I mean, there is combat in the game. You don't only just race. There is a lot of combat in this game. My vehicle's about to fuck up. I don't got time for this. I forgot I'm doing team base. But I hope they don't expect me to carry the whole team, because that ain't happening.
I think that's messed up, bro. They really violated.
Yeah, this is definitely an Xbox character, bro. I'm not even fucking with you guys on that one.
Like literally, like they said, the car is green and black.
And white, yeah. Those are Xbox colors. Okay, bro. Our team is not doing good. So I need to know what's up with that.
Look what your player is. Your player is an Xbox.
Yeah.
They're not doing good, so it makes perfect sense.
What you gonna do?
That's not right. That's not right. Sony is wicked for that. And it's only called box top.
Exactly.
Like that shit is not right at all. That's not right. On so many levels, that's so mean.
And when you run, he fucking drops these boxes that explode if somebody touches them.
Same way they were saying Xbox was on fire last year.
Mhm. Exactly, bro.
Yo,
It's a funny ass character, bro. I always thought he was funny, but look, I'm about to show y'all right now, bro. Before I hop in that vehicle, look at that shit. See, it's called box. Look at those boxes in there, bro. I swear that they are really joking about Xbox. I know they are,
they
bro.
gotta be, bro.
Look at this shit.
Xbox.
They gotta be, bro. Bro, they
It's
gotta
that funny way
be.
you're saying.
Yeah, they have to be joking about Xbox.
That's not right, bro. That's not
It's right, bro. Do what you gotta do.
Box top. That's the funny thing. It's the name. That's so wrong.
I got
That's
30 points. I'm cashing them motherfuckers in. What I like is
wrong,
that you
bro.
have a basic vehicle until you jump in it, then it changes to your color scheme. It's pretty cool. Remind me a little bit of
Transformers.
no, a little bit of what's that
Crackdown?
game called? Yeah, Crackdown.
Crackdown?
Crackdown did that.
One.
Yeah, you level up a
One.
car, and then when you get in it, it fucking transforms. Oh, that's how you feel? Oh, bitch.
This man said, "You think the character's a Jim Ryan move, bro?"
I think it could be. They said they've been working on the game for 4 years, bro. I'm really impressed with that. The 60 frames is a good touch, though.
Russ Warlock said, "True, they're probably boxes of batteries." Oh my god!
It might be.
You gotta stop. Leave them alone now.
Come on, bro. God, he's a shitty
What if
character.
it was? What if there was boxes of batteries, bro? I'll be dying. Y'all the most wicked community ever.
Oh, they killed my vehicle? Well, guess what? I'm about to bring back the boxes of battery mobile, whatever this shit's about to be.
The battery mobile?
Oh, shit. I don't like that. Hate when they do that shit.
Bro, JayTech got a battery mobile, bro. Wow.
I can't find nobody. They got out of their vehicle, so we can't get no points. We literally about to lose because I can't find nobody the last 30 seconds? The fuck? Oh, hell no, bro. I'm turning up just at 1 point. Fuck it. We won that shit. We won that shit. Oh, it didn't look like we were going to win. Somebody put theirs in at the last minute. I didn't do half bad. Okay, I got in the top 5. So here's another feature for PlayStation. Allows you to, let me see. It allows you to send an accolade. These are things that you can check on your PS5. So I just wanted to show you guys how that works or how it looks. I did get 2 new accolades yesterday playing by myself. Oh, wrong one. These are trophies. And there should be 7 silvers, right? Yeah, I need 8 to go up. Okay, here we go. These are where the accolades are located. They're right beside your trophies. And this is how it looks. This will be the last thing I cover, and then we're going to be up out of here because we got like 8 minutes until 5 o'clock. So I'm going to chill. I don't know if I'm going to watch the game because none of my teams are playing. But I will be watching some of the commercials on YouTube. So I'll be doing that. So here you go. These are accolades. So you got helpful, welcoming, and good sport. Helpful is for generous, effective, communicator, team oriented, and then you got welcome for accepting other characters, open and friendly. And last but not least, my favorite, which I've only got 1, is good sport, positive and honorable and respectful. So you get this. It lets other people know when they look at your profile what you're known for online. It's a pretty cool feature. You can only view it on the PS5. I've tried to view it on my PlayStation app. They don't even have it there. But yeah, you can only view it on your PS5. It's pretty dope. It lets people know if you're good online, basically. So I've got a couple on Destruction All-Stars. Actually, all of my accolades have came from Destruction All-Stars because you can send them quite frequently. Like after every single match, you can send an accolade. So, you know, that's a promise I'm making to myself when I hop on that motherfucker. I'm sending that shit. So I'll probably be on Twitch. I already promised some people I was gonna play the game. I really appreciate everybody that came out and showed their support for the PlayStation Legion Sunday show today. Spartan, big shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Yellow was here for a little bit. Everybody else, have a good Sunday. I hope you enjoy the Super Bowl game if you're watching it. But yeah, I'm about to relax for the rest of the night and play some games. Specifically this one. So if you have not added me or you have the game and you want to play, let me know. Okay, I'm out.